On me. All right, all right, all right. Don't be laughing at me, young lady. Don't be laughing at me. How's everyone doing? Good afternoon. Well, good evening. We are here. Going to be live for about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. We're just going to talk about a few things. How's everyone day going? Let a couple of people funnel in. Those of you in the back, if you want to come up, you can come up. If not, it's fine. You got a lot to say in the background. You can say it out loud, young lady. You know what I'm saying? You can roast me. It's fine.
Yeah, she talkative as hell. There you go.
How's everyone doing? How's everyone feeling?
Oh, yeehaw.
Woohoo!
All right, all right. Had a
do you want the link or no? You want to just talk?
Not exactly at this moment, please. In a while.
I have to leave for like 20 minutes, but he's over here doing graphics and stuff. So he's here. He'll be able to hear you if you need something.
All right, thank you. I mean, that's fine. 20 minutes, 30 minutes, it's fine. You do what you got to do. Thank you.
How's everybody doing tonight?
What's up, OG? What's up, OG?
What's up, man?
What's up, Mayo? How are you? Kai, thank you, young lady. Yeah. So there was my I know I mute. Yeah. So yeah, you guys saw the title, and it's been you know what, I've been asking this question for a little while to myself, and I figured, I'll bring it before the congregation and see what people have to say. I'm open to different viewpoints, to hear what people's ideas are on this, and the question I'm asking: are Black men allowed to evolve? But before we jump into that, let's just talk about the day and how everything went. This weather's ridiculous. I think y'all should evolve. And
you can hear him. He's talking to you, and you can't hear him. He's like, this motherfucker been crying about the goddamn weather all day.
No, I have been. You know why? Because the weather has been ridiculous. So this morning I get up to leave. It's 47 degrees, right? By the time 2 o'clock comes, it's almost 80 degrees. What type of sorcery is that?
It's called fall.
Yeah, I was about to say that. It's called fall, sir.
You grew up on the East Coast. How do you not know about layers?
That's what I was about to say.
No, hold on.
You should know the weather's messed up
We
by
knew
where you
layers.
grew up at.
Hold on.
We had pants that unzipped at the knees.
Hold on. It don't happen like that on the pure East Coast. You got maybe a 10-degree difference. Damn near 30. Y'all not gonna convince me that's how it goes on the East Coast.
We have that.
Nah, I ain't gonna convince you that. I can't convince you that. It's worse than Oklahoma though. Look, I was fishing. It was 72 degrees outside. Later on that night, by the time it got to 6, it was already at 46. By the time 12 o'clock hit that night, before I got off and brought the dogs in, believe me, it was at a 26.
Nope.
And then the next day, you know what it went up to? Back up to a 67.
Yeah,
I said, it's craziest weather ever.
That's when people get sick.
It's not like that on the East Coast. 10, 15 degrees, that's about it.
Yeah,
30?
It's not that
never
drastic. Yeah, not that drastic.
Like it never happens like that. This is my first time experiencing that.
Niggas trying.
Sir, for you, 50 degrees is negative 50. I don't even want to hear
Oh,
what he's
70
talking
is
about.
negative 50.
70.
See, I believe it. I
Mhm.
believe it.
Uncle Tom wears hoodies in the summer,
That
so
that's
That's a fact.
Yeah.
that's a fact.
Yeah.
But
But
yeah, I have
in all fairness, they keep his office at like 40.
No. I will wear it regardless.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, like, and yes, I have been crying about it all day. If we're gonna be honest.
Well, maybe it'll change if you complain.
yeah. Butterfly just answered your question, sir, in the chat.
He said he gets it. You can't evolve.
Yeah, right. Huh?
Oh, they on it. Niggas is on. Or you,
Go ahead, guys. Talk. My wife's talking to me. Go ahead.
I was hoping some more manifesto pages would come out today.
I know. I wonder how many there really were.
It looked like there was at least 2 different notebooks.
It did. I thought that too. Like one for the one name and one for the other
handwriting
name.
is different.
The handwriting is different.
Yeah, there was one that was
With one name.
like the old 60 style notebook bound,
Yeah.
and then one spiral bound that I noticed.
And if you notice the verbiage and the is very different from the male and the female writings.
Well,
And I don't know if that's
males
just
can
over
write
time.
supposedly worse.
or if there was another person involved they're not telling us about.
That's a fact. Butterfly Jones, we're talking about, let me figure out how to word it because they're being so funky. The thing that happened was it, how long ago was it? A year ago?
Yeah.
No,
Tennessee,
uh,
Mass.
The
Roundabout.
Tennessee.
it was this spring, wasn't it? This past spring.
I thought so. It was the Tennessee he-she that
That's
went
the manifesto that they tried to hide.
went to the school to off a whole bunch of children. And it was all over everywhere, but there was manifestos left and they've hidden it all this time. And somebody got their hands on it yesterday, I believe, or over the weekend, and Crowder put it out on Rumble.
Well, if you look at the leaves and everything, my guess is that was taken the day it happened or the day they found it.
Yeah.
If
I
you
think
look,
so too.
because it's definitely a springtime behind it,
Yeah.
and somebody taking photos with their cell phone.
I think it's very interesting, the race of the person and the verbiage in it all. It's just,
Well,
it's just odd.
but is it really when they teach white kids
Well,
that
when they
they're
shove
bad?
it down everybody's throats, you're right.
Yeah,
You're right.
You know?
I mean, they are
Yeah.
just. Go ahead.
Yeah, they just basically we don't want anyone to know that our rhetoric radicalizes people. We want
Right.
to pretend like it's everyone else's rhetoric.
Right.
That to me, that's what I take from it. Is like let's
too.
hide our rhetoric and just
Yeah.
talk about everyone else.
Because it doesn't
Oh, yeah.
fit.
You know what? I don't even know if it's that it doesn't fit. I just think it's more of like I'm getting to put the narrative out there and they're not. So I'm just gonna ignore what I want to ignore and put out I mean, I guess you could say that, but it's just like,
Yeah.
And of course they'll say it's for the safety of
Yeah. But
the
yet every other one
LGBT community.
has been put out except, was there one for the Vegas guy? Did he leave anything?
No,
He didn't?
well, not that we know of.
I think that's odd.
None was reported.
I think it's odd that he wouldn't. So he was so hell bent and went to such extremes.
Well, the Uvalde school shooting, they're hiding shit from that.
Oh, yeah. Since moment one. I mean, come
You know,
on. When you've
I mean,
got
just the
parents that
actions
have,
of that sheriff. Yeah, just the actions of that sheriff on scene.
yeah, when you've got
Did
parents
no time.
literally, that woman that was in cuffs got out of cuffs, took off, and rescued her own kid.
Hmm.
And then there's video. How long was it? An hour and something that they were just standing there in the hallway as it was all going on?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Too long.
And the
Yeah.
fact that, the kid that had the part-time job at Wendy's had $4,000 in weapons and another $1,000 in accessories.
Right. It's crazy. It's crazy, crazy.
And the cops knew exactly who it was because they chased him in the truck.
Right. Oh shit! I gotta go. I'll be back in a minute.
Okay.
But he's here, so he can hear you.
Mhm.
You want me to leave it unmuted?
Sure.
All right, I'm gonna leave it unmuted. He's right there.
Alrighty.
I don't know how well you'll be. No, you should be able to hear him. All right.
Okay. Well, I thought the song was like.
No, I'm back. I was just listening to my wife tell me about her children and their white privilege.
Yeah,
When they're living in their white privilege, they're her children.
of course.
When yeah, but yeah, I don't. Yeah, that. Listen, but I'm not surprised. They would hide that manifest. Listen, that whole thing they had to try and hide just because the community that person was a part of, and then what they were espousing. Of course, they have to try and hide that. Like that. That's no surprise.
Oh, and look at the main shooter, right? It's come out that the local police knew about this guy's threats. His military unit knew directly about the threats. And they just ignored it. So who do you blame?
But to be fair, right, and just in the interest of fairness, which I know, the other side doesn't do fair, but I'm gonna do fairness. Sometimes there's stuff that come out on all sides where things are ignored.
Oh, yeah. But Maine actually has a yellow flag law, which is different from a red flag law, to where you actually get due process before they take the guns. And at least 2 police departments knew about this. The one in Saco at his unit, and the one in his hometown. Now, plus his military unit knew about it and had locked him up for 2 weeks in the funny farm.
Yeah, that's true.
How can all these people be known every time?
Yeah, exactly. And still be able to do it, right?
None of these people are a shock to the system that never made any threats, that hadn't been identified to authorities. The Parkland kid, the cops had like 18 visits with him, I think. Involving different, and worsening events.
Yeah, it's I listen, man. People gonna do what they're gonna do. This idea that we're gonna eradicate all violence, I mean, that's never gonna happen.
No, and taking guns is not gonna
No,
be the way to do it.
no, never.
But that's exactly what they'll try. And nobody wants to question the business owners who had their businesses flagged for no concealed carry or no open carry. Or the main state law that doesn't allow you to carry in an establishment that serves alcohol, whether you're drinking or not.
Yeah.
Dude, I know Mainers. There was 10 guns in that parking lot of that bowling alley that could have helped people, but they were left in the vehicles at the bowling alley because they weren't allowed to take them inside.
Yeah. And that's what happens. And see, that is what happens to the law-abiding citizens, right? And they and the thing is, they want to tell you, oh, we got to take all guns away because they won't stop mass shootings. Well, that guy had a clear sign that he disobeyed. So if you take guns away from those people that followed the law, you're still going to get the same outcome, because those that choose not to follow the law are not going to follow the law. You're not gonna change those that choose not to follow the law. But of course we're not, that those are the parts that you have to ignore, I guess.
What good are laws if the right people don't break them? They serve no purpose then.
It's crazy. What do we know, right? We're just guys on the internet, I guess.
Yeah. Because I've heard, assault weapons ban, and I'm like, you're talking about the features of a gun that have very little to do with the operation. You better remove that bayonet lug, because we all know there has been a rash of drive-by bayonettings lately.
Well, that's the thing, right? Is like my 4-way in my truck. I mean, I could bludgeon at least 10 people to death before I get caught.
No.
Are we gonna start taking 4-ways out?
Sir, you should only have a single lug remover, because you could use yours on several different cars.
And that's a danger to society, I guess.
Yes. That's a danger to every other driver. Because if you only have a single, then you can only loosen your own lug nuts, sir. You could cause havoc with a 4-way.
The 4-way out here killing people.
Yep. And the speed at which you can take those lug nuts off with a 4-way and the leverage it gives you.
Oh,
man.
Mayhem.
Way too strong, sir. Way too strong of a tool to be trusted in civilian hands. Only professionals should have 4-ways.
Only professionals should have 4-ways, huh? Ridiculousness.
Same thing with power tools, sir.
Well, I'm safe because I'm in the trades.
But you can only use them while you're at work, sir.
Yeah, right.
If you get caught taking them out of your truck, actually, you'll have to check them back into the tool room every day at work before you go home.
Oh, that would never happen. You know why? Because big industry would rail against that.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Because here's the thing. You're going to have to pay every worker to do that, and they're not going to waste that time.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're not going to waste that time.
But this is what they want people to do with weapons.
Yeah.
Well,
the only people that think that everyone should be giving up their weapons are people that have never been around weapons.
Yes. What amazes me is a lot of people from New York who think a gun will just jump out and bite you. I mean, they are deathly afraid at the sight of one. let alone anything else.
Well, well, I disagree with that, right? They're only definitely afraid at the sight of a gun by a law-abiding citizen.
Correct.
Sure. I was talking about this at work. Oh Jesus. And I think
Sir, did you introduce yourself, sir?
uh
You just
it's your
jumped in
local,
here. The
it's your
scary
local
black man. I don't
Jigaboo,
know who you are.
fresh up out the zoo. Okay? Fresh up out the zoo.
All right, you're a scary black man jumping in here, and you didn't say hi or boo or something.
Hello, good Negroes in Krakow. Yeah, we were talking about the same thing at work today, where most of these females and I mean even males that were up here are scared of guns. I was shocked and amazed at how many males have never fired a fucking gun in their life. I was like, wow, that's amazing. Because it's something that I'm just like, and they're like literally afraid of that shit. I was like my wife has like 4 or 5, maybe 6 guns. I don't know. She has her own guns. I mean, what? You can get a gun that you can use to protect yourself. And I try to explain to the women there, with you having a gun or having a weapon that protects you, takes a little ease off the husband's or boyfriend's mind that you're protected while you're not with him at that point in time. They wasn't trying to hear that shit. I was like, well, yeah. Hope y'all never get nothing happens to you.
But that's why I have 911 10 minutes away in a good town, let alone in a city.
Hell, it might even be longer than that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, nowadays with the shortages.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, I was shocked. I was like, damn, y'all are that scared of guns, man?
Yo, they are.
That's
I
crazy.
mean, it's weird because I don't know. It's crazy because like my daughters aren't scared of guns, and like we, well, they've been country, but like we've grown up in cities, and like they're not scared of guns. Like it's weird that there are adults that are scared of guns.
Yeah. Well, it's because you're not scared of guns.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because they had to learn that from somebody, and most likely it was their parents.
Yeah.
And just hearing people talk,
Well, they also so on their mother's side, they grew up in like a cop family, so
that helps.
Yeah, so they're not, they're used to guns and stuff like that. Me,
what killed me was that their husbands have guns, and they were having panic attacks when he was trying to teach them how to shoot it.
That's insane to me.
I was like, what? It's just like a fucking tool. No matter how you look at it, it's just like a regular tool.
Yeah.
But hey, I don't know. I don't get it. But I mean, I know there's guns that my wife doesn't feel comfortable shooting, and I get that. But
it's probably due to the recoil.
Yes, it is. Because she doesn't like my 45 at all.
That's due to the recoil,
mm-hmm.
not a big scary gun.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I'm going to say this, right? If you think that handling a grinder is any less dangerous than handling a gun,
a point.
Any air tool is more dangerous than a firearm in the wrong hands, especially air tools.
Yo, but here's the reason why I say grinder, because the grinder has the tendency to kick back.
Oh yeah.
And if you're still holding on,
table saw too.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you're still holding on to the trigger of a grinder and it has kicked back,
oh, let that blade shatter at 9,000 RPM.
Yo, people don't understand.
Dude, I'm gonna cut my hand off because it kicked back from a piece of wood.
Yep.
To be honest with you, it kicked back but drew my hand forward, right into the blade.
Yep. Yo, I was grinding something, right? didn't realize how close my hand was to the blade. Now, mind you, I'm a guy that used grinders regularly. Didn't realize how close my hand was to the blade. Yo, I was almost like, yo, I realized the shit was just slowly grinding the skin down. Until I'm like, wait, what the hell? Right? And that's me holding it so it don't kick back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's slowly grinding the skin down. Man, people don't listen. You think blades, but that's why you have so many freak accidents, because everyone thinks that just the gun is the problem. That's the most dangerous thing. Man, you know how many people die from power tools and stuff they don't know what's going on?
Oh, I remember back before they put the kickback bar on chainsaws. Like before they put that kickback guard and
Yeah.
before they were putting the spikes at the end of the blade
Yep.
to dig in.
To hold into the wood. Yeah.
Yep. Dude, every year up in Maine, 1 or 2 people would die or
Yep.
lose a major appendage.
Yep. Yo, some people don't even know how to swing an axe.
No.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you right there, that shit hard. That should make you tired.
Oh, absolutely. But the thing is, here's the thing: people don't understand. You have to have control.
Mhm.
That's the thing. Even down to swinging an axe, you have to have control.
And you have to focus.
Yes.
You have to pay attention. All that's got to be is a little bit off, and that thing's coming right back at you.
And
That's why I
you
can't believe. I can't believe these axe throwing bars actually get insurance.
Hey, those
You
fun
seen these
too.
hatchet
Oh, they're
throwing?
fun. Oh yeah. I took me and Kai went to one. Oh, it was fun.
Well,
Hey,
do you know what's
have
funny?
y'all seen that new axe, that knuckle bucker?
Mm-mm.
Man, it got the it look like a regular axe, but it got the knuckles in the inside of it. So every time that you hit the it makes it spread so it don't get stuck. They banned it from competitions. You might want to check that out in the back. I could try to find it, but if you can look it up, it's the throwed axe.
Well, yo, me and my homie, we took our daughters to an axe throwing place when he came down here. Here's the reason why places insure them, Mayo. They're not actually that sharp.
No, but you still got a pound of steel flying through the air.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
I mean,
in today's world, as litigious as people are,
but if you, anyone who's been axe throwing know, like
Oh,
the
that's
chances
pretty
of,
cool there.
oh yeah, I'm sure you got to sign a bunch of releases and
yes,
stuff.
you do. But also, right, like the chances of the axe actually coming back at you, I mean, is it's almost like a fluke.
No, sir. We had one. It depends on how hard you throw it and how hard it hit the thing at the right thing. It'll bounce back all the way to you. Believe me, I've seen it happen.
Well,
My
I don't
son
know.
almost had it happen to him. The way he was throwing it, it just said, "Bing!" and hit the top of the fucking thing and shot back. I was shocked. Yeah, it can happen. I mean, of course, it'll be a fluke fucking accident, but anything can fucking happen when you got tools in your hand. But yeah, that's pretty much just like a fluke thing. I will give you that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's not like one out of every 5 axe throwing, the axe is bouncing back. Like, that's got to be probably 1 out of every 200 or 300.
It's not like throwing it at a damn exercise ball.
Yeah, exactly.
That was a dumb TikTok.
Right. So, like axe throwing is actually pretty fun.
I'm surprised they haven't put shields up around pool tables yet.
Jesus Christ.
To be honest, at this point, or totally enclosed skee ball.
Let me ask you a question. How are you going to put a shield around a pool table?
You can hang it from the ceiling, sir.
You realize the pool table requires open space. So
Yes.
that's why I'm asking that. Like how
Yeah.
like
Hang it
anyone
from the ceiling off the roof, sir.
no,
And
no,
just
I get that.
leave a 4-inch or 5-inch slot to shoot through. Oh,
That's
I know your high angle shots and all that you're not gonna be able to make, but
Yeah, I was gonna say that's
no,
not gonna work, man.
no.
If you've ever played I know you've played pool. That's
Oh, yeah,
not gonna work. Like that's
Oh, it's not about working; it's about being safe, sir. Just like COVID, you know.
that's why I'm baffled. When you're like hanging from the field. I'm like, what? Huh? Like we had a pool
that-
table in our apartment. It's like no.
Yeah. Oh,
You
come
want
on,
one? I
sir.
got one that's in I'm upstairs that no one touches.
Sir, you all know that plexiglass saved your life during the flu, sir. You all know it. We'd all be dead if it wasn't for plexiglass.
I wish
That's a
somebody
fact.
would have told me before they started putting them up so I could have made some investments.
God damn it, I'm tired.
Are you? Yeah, me too. I'm not going to be on long. I'm probably going to close it up 11:30. All right. So we're going to get to the topic here. I know it's not a popular topic and we don't really have the audience for it, but I'm still going to bring it up anyway. Tom, can you put the link in the chat, good sir?
Yeah.
Yo, I was tired like that last night, actually. I don't know what was going on with me last night.
This time change has got me.
I'm tired.
This time change has got me
Mayo,
this year.
don't let him do it. He was running from Beans because Beans was gonna get in his ass.
Yes, sir. Correct. Yes, sir.
He would have called him a conservative douchebag. Yeah.
Yes, sir. He would have. Yeah, I don't. It was weird last night, yo. I'm like, what the hell? And I slept the night before, and I'm like, what the hell's going on? I'm super tired all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Like I came in, took a nap, woke up. And normally if you take a nap and wake up, like you're good to go, right? Like,
shit, no.
Yeah, that wasn't the case. I'm like, what the hell?
I don't know. I take a nap and get ready for bed.
Exactly. Yeah, it was crazy last night. But yeah, anyone that want to come up? Yeah, so the topic is, are Black men allowed to evolve? And there's something that I've noticed, right? Is that because I've noticed everyone else is allowed to have a change of position. Everyone else is allowed to say, yeah, this and that, and then they can be educated on something and take a different position. But not so much for Black men. They have to maintain the same position as they had at 18 to 81.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to change positions. Now, I don't know, right? And just as a disclaimer, I don't know if they all choose to not evolve, if their environment, and these are things I want to talk about. Is it just all them? Is it the environmental factors? Is it societal factors? Is it the people around them? Well, I guess that all falls under the environment. But what could be causing this problem? Because you're never allowed to take a different position. You're never allowed to change without pure criticism. Now, everyone else is allowed to change, right? And so the Black community is okay with everyone else changing. They're okay with the Black woman taking a different position. They're okay with the white man, the white woman, the Asian, the Arab. Everyone's allowed to take a different position. As soon as the Black man takes a different position, everyone seems to have this what's the word I'm looking for? This reaction that just seems to drive pure vitriol, seems to cause vitriol when a black man changes a position, whether he's 20, 30, 40, 50, or anything in between. If what he said at 18 he doesn't live by that till the day he dies, you can't grow. You can't change it. Now, I'm going to give an example, right? They show for Biden. Biden in the black community is no longer allowed to be. He's able to change from all his racist positions in 2020 that he had for the last 40 years.
Mm-hmm.
He's allowed to change. 40 years he held racist positions, but 2020, oh, it's fine. Yeah, Biden changed. You know, everybody can change. But no one else is allowed to change positions. If you see a Jay-Z do something different, a Snoop Dogg, a Samuel L. Jackson, once these people change positions, everybody uproar.
Ice Cube just wanted to talk. Yeah, Ice Cube just talked to the president. That's all it took to get him cut.
Ice Cube. And to be honest, the only position we know of Ice Cube was F the police. That was it.
Yep.
And then
he was actually more of an activist than most people actually realize.
Well, I agree, but for the mainstream position,
mm-hmm.
it was just F the police.
Yeah.
And then they didn't
That's
know
all
anymore.
That in movies. That's it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then as soon as and like Mayo said, he just spoke with the president. That was it. He didn't even say I'm a Republican. He didn't say any of that.
You know what's funny? He didn't speak to the president. He spoke to Kevin Kushner. Jared Kushner.
Okay.
He didn't speak to the president.
Okay. So
That's
he didn't
even
speak to the president. He just spoke to someone in the Republican Party.
Yes.
And they went crazy.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't black anymore. How dare him? He hates black
for the
people.
white man.
Everything under the sun.
And you know what I found funny about that whole thing? The Republicans never said a thing about it to the press.
Nope.
Because Republicans, I told you, there's no marketing. There's no marketing the position of the Republican or conservative, wherever the fuck views they have. They don't know how to speak to the common folk because they're too much thinking they're better than everyone. They're up on their fucking high horse or whatever the fuck it is. I don't know what it is. They just don't know how to message.
Well,
their messaging.
I think they're afraid to be seen as racist, not standing that the people that hate them are gonna think they're racist anyway.
Well, no, you know what? Here's the thing. I don't think it's that they're afraid to be seen as racist. I actually believe it has something to do with they don't, right? Because they've gotten a label of racist for so long, they think that if we show that if we say there's a black person even just sitting down with us, that it's going to be labeled as like everyone's just a fraud.
Yeah, that too. Yeah. I mean, it's. I think it's more than just a one thing answer, because that's right too. Because like you say, when they bring up a black person, he's being a shield for them. He's giving a pass to all the Republican bad behavior. Look at that token over there with that white man. You know they're just using him just to get votes. They know this. That I mean, it goes in circles, and that's
right. And shamelessly, I gotta say this, right? I had to kill Linwood on that today.
You shamelessly doing that?
Shamelessly. I had to kill him on it today.
Linwood's a fucking idiot.
I had to kill him today, right? Because you talk about, these Republicans tap dancing, blah, 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 blah. I said, all right, well, let's pull up the video of all the Democrats tap dancing. They all tap dance. I said, now pull up the ones of the Republican black people. And I'm going to ask you guys here, how many videos have you seen of Ben Carson or any other black person that claims to be on the Republican side shucking and jiving and tambourine shaking with white Republicans?
Not
Oh,
once.
wearing a dashiki? No, never.
But how many times have you seen it on the Democrat side?
Every time there's a mass shooting.
We
Every time
saw
there's
the
something that's going on.
we saw the entirety of the Democrat Congress wearing kente cloths and kneeling.
Kneeling. If that ain't the shuckiest and the jiviest you ever seen.
Well, especially since the Kente tribe was one of the major slave exporters in Africa.
Nope, no, it wasn't.
And so there you
need
go.
that palm oil.
And so there you go. But yet, anyway, let me not veer off. And so I don't understand the problem with everyone having this heart attack when black men veer off. When black men evolve. Right? You could believe something when you're 18 and then become more educated on this same thing at 25 and change your position. Everyone else is allowed to do it.
Can I give you a reason why I think it's like that? The reason why I think it's like that is because if you want to say most people want to go with stereotypes, well, they're raised by their mother, and they got to get the nod and the wink and the approval for them to change their position on something, which I can say is probably mostly true. Or they just find someone, because like they say, you find someone just like your mother, whatever. You marry someone just like your mother, and it's okay. I don't know how it works, but I think men are always looking or seeking approval. Well, black men for sure are seeking approval from their women, because they have to go above and beyond to say, oh, we're protecting you. We're doing this to make sure this is done. We have to overcompensate more than our other counterparts, if that makes sense.
Well, for the question of evolution, right, is it on either side is a disparity. Now you can evolve. It's okay to evolve into blackety black. But it's not okay to evolve towards
anything else.
Yeah.
Right. Even if here's the thing, even if you toed a line, right? Even if you toed a line, you can't even toe the line.
You got to get that approval first, sir.
You got to stay on that barbecue invite list.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think here's the here's the weird part though, right? Is that so over the time because I was never really a leftist, but over the time that when things started happening, I started to become a little more hardcore. So you know what? I don't want to talk about my family because my family, I don't know, maybe things are different. Maybe some, I know some people in my family lean Republican, so maybe it's different. And so maybe that's why the women in my family don't have that visceral response. So I don't want to talk about me.
Can you give me your definition of what you mean by involved?
Okay. My definition of evolve is you're not allowed to evolve out of the menial box thinking of black people. Because and now I'm just going to be completely honest. Black people have by the help of the Congressional Coon Caucus, have boxed black people into a box about this big. That's it. anything out of that box, you are no longer allowed to be black. And so what I mean by evolve is you evolve out of that box, meaning you decide that I want to have good credit, because things like that, to be honest, believe it or not, are seen as anti-black. Things like paying bills on time, believe it or not, are seen as anti-black.
Well, and it's anything on that scale of whiteness that
And
the
that's the thing.
Smithsonian put out.
And that's the thing. Things like that are seen as anti-black. And so when I say evolve, right, I don't necessarily mean you're going full bore Republican, like just over the deep end, because now, again, to black people, anything outside of blackity black, you're full bore Republican, and you want Jim Crow and you want to lynch all black people. And so anything outside of that, all of a sudden, is faux pas, and you're not allowed to do it. So that's what I mean evolve. When I talk about just kind of realizing, hey, my blackness is not defined by going to prison. My blackness is not defined by voting Democrat. My blackness is not defined by having children out of wedlock. Once you step away from those things, right, and that not so much as evolving, but I'm just bringing it down to answer the question of what you asked. That is, to them, to the black community, that's evolving outside of the black community, and it's not allowed. So what do you say to that, OG?
Or
No.
it's not.
I agree. My fault. I don't agree with you. I kind of think that they do evolve by your stipulation of by what you said by involve. So if they're going to evolve in that way, and you just specifically said black people, you just gave a lot of examples, which is right. You know what I'm saying? But if you're saying the black culture is in that small box, and if you don't go to jail, then they don't consider you black. Well, it's just only those people in that small box. See, what you're not realizing is everybody then they're already involved outside that box. My thing is, when you say evolve, I was thinking you was going toward different things. What you're talking about is different factors. You're talking about culture. You're talking about you're talking about where people live at, the politics they believe in, this type of stuff. Now that right there can determine some way different than just determine if a person can evolve, because a person that evolves is a person that, like you said, wants to have better credit. Well, that's what I see most of black people doing. Everybody is not stuck back in the 1990s, 1980s, bro, where everybody was just thugs and degenerates. Nowadays, these people is getting their shit together, bro. You got more of us than you used to have of them, but they still exist. It's still a lot of them. It's just more of us now. Those people are reverting to getting older, so they are basically growing out of that. They coming to their own. They stop being. They trying not to be in the streets no more. They trying to get married. They trying to get their life together because they 40, 50 years now. They 40, 50 years old now. See, back then when they was hot 29, 30s, still out here in the game, still causing trouble, ain't got no control, ain't got no direction, they was messing up. Now, you can say 15, 10 years later, maybe 20 years later, they trying to get their stuff together, bro. So those are the people that we seeing. That's that big, large population that's outside that box. That's what I'm saying. So you still have those people that still hoodlum, still look at everybody like, oh, you ain't black because you ain't went to jail. And we all know right now, bro, going to jail don't make you black, bro.
Here's the thing,
you know what I mean? But they still have that mindset. I get where you're coming from. I'm just saying, I think everybody has evolved out of that situation. Because you
Well,
could say the same for whites and same for Mexicans and same for everybody else with the jail thing and everything else.
No,
Yeah, it's just it's the so you saying so look, I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm gonna give you an example. You saying that black people saying if you don't go to jail, then you're not black.
sir.
A white wait. Let me give you an example before you tell me,
Sir,
sir.
I don't
This is what
care about white people. Do not tell me about white people. I don't want to
What
hear it.
people?
We're talking about black people. Stop with the but see, our standards got to be
White
measured
people
by white
matter.
people. I don't want to
White
hear
people on
it.
the screen.
I don't want to hear it.
Well, look at that.
We're not going to continue this because at one point, right, everybody want to scream, oh, the white man standards are racist and this and that. And then as soon as you start holding black people to account, well, let me tell you about white people.
No, I didn't never said nothing about all that. I was just giving an example, but you went off the record for no reason. You got triggered, sir?
No, I didn't go off the record. I don't want to hear about white people, sir. We're gonna
White
talk.
people.
Okay. No problem. Just make sure you know. Hey, let me know that beforehand. I mean, I believe that all people, bro, can evolve, bro.
I do too. I'm not saying
But
white people can
I'm
evolve.
not saying nothing is.
But I'm talking about white. I'm talking about black people, and I
Yeah, I
don't want
get
to hear about their evolving compared to white people. I don't want to hear it. I want to hear black people all themselves evolving. That's it. Compared to black people's standards. That's it.
What about evolving in spite of?
In spite of what?
Black degeneracy.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. Right?
Okay.
I'm okay with that. But what I want to hear is I don't want to hear about white people's standards. No, because that's what we tend to do, to always give the out. One minute we want to pump our fists and say, fuck the white man. Then the next minute we want to say, well, but see the white man. No, I don't want to hear it.
All right. I mean, I had nothing to say about that. I never was pumping. I never pumped the white man up, but I get what you're saying.
Again, I'm not accusing you of pumping the white man up.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I was just trying to have the conversation, bro. But I get what you're saying. You stuck on one thing, so
conversation, but don't bring up white people. Just talk about black folks and their evolving, and specifically black men, because like I said, black women, everyone else is allowed to evolve. Joe Biden at 80 years old was allowed not to be a racist anymore by black people.
Yeah, but see, again, that goes back to what I was saying. You talk about, let's take that white man out of there. Let's get him out of there. You say you don't want no white folks. Let's get him out of there. Let's stick to Ice Cube and the rest of these people that you said. And the reason why I said what. Look. I'm not disagreeing with you when you said your point. You made good points when you said Ice Cube and them, because some, in our eyes, some people don't think that they evolve. Well, to me, bro, a person that came from the hood, bro, doing as good as Ice Cube is, bro, he can be doing way worse than what us. That's involved, bro. Snoop Dogg, that's involved. A person like you is involved. A person like me is involved. I understand, but again, that's that small sector. That's in that box.
Sector.
Yeah, bro. It's not everybody, bro. Because look, if you can recognize it, and I can recognize that these people are stupid, they're saying this to Ice Cube, bro. You see what I'm saying? It's a bigger sector than what you think it is.
So what you're saying is that small sector has political control because they were allowed to shut Ice Cube down.
Well, I mean, I like I said, I'm learning about the politics part of it. I don't know nothing about that. I'm just saying, like, from what y'all just said, bro, it's not the people, it's not y'all that's going against Ice Cube. You see what I'm saying? It's the other side that's going against Ice Cube. Am I correct? Or do you have disdain for Ice Cube? Do you have disdain for Jay-Z? Do you have disdain for the same people that you're talking about that had disdain for these people? Are you on the same page are you on the same page as these people that you're talking about? I believe you're not. Am I correct?
No, of course, I don't have disdain for these people.
That's what I'm saying. So these people are not even looking at the bigger picture, bro. And these are the people that you're saying that's in this small that you think is that's not expanding, or better yet, you know what I'm saying, evolving. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, it's a lot of us, bro, that's already involved. We are those type of people now. It's a lot of black people, bro, that's making sure their credit is right, making sure their kids is growing up right, stuff
Okay.
like that. But understand it's a small sector of those people still in the hood,
Okay.
still on Section 8, still, you know what I'm saying, doing dumb shit, still out here thug life
Okay.
and gang. I get you.
Okay. So the only reason why I brought up credit and all of that is just to show that even things as menial as that, black people are not allowed to evolve. What I'm talking about truly is that on a large scale of being able to look at the entire community and go different from them, black people are not allowed to do that. Ice Cube was not allowed to do that. Right? He was not allowed to do that. As soon as he did it, he was condemned by the queens, condemned by the alphabet mafia, which to me, I don't even understand why it is, right, that which Ice Cube did it right. He just ignored the alphabet mafia. That's what you have to do. Don't even, like, when the alphabet mafia come out, never ever acknowledge their existence, because they don't exist to speak to black men, because they don't go speaking to anyone else but black men.
Small paper, because we have a weapon.
And so you never acknowledge their existence.
I'm not trying to
Butterfly don't. Here's the reason why I brought up Biden, if you don't understand. Because black people were willing to give Biden the pass, but they're not willing to give other black people a pass. That's the only reason. They're willing to give the racists a pass. Outside of that, I don't want to talk about white people. I'm just making a point that they're okay to let white people evolve, but they're not okay to let black people evolve. That's why I brought it up. Other than that, I'm not talking about, well, we got to see white people. I'm talking about black people and how they'll let that fly, but they won't let other black people fly. Well, listen, man. I mean, if that's how you want to take it, I can't help how you want to do things. You could keep it that way, bro. Like, I mean, I don't.
No, he's good, bro. I rock with Black Thoughts, bro. I mean, he got good conversations, bro. Hey, I don't let this OG do dirty, bro.
Oh no.
No, I was just saying the Butterfly Jones. He said he just want to hear it. I was like, nah, bro. He ain't screaming, bro. Black Thoughts is that type of dude, bro. When he speak like it's his way of his speaking, bro. You just got to listen to it, bro. I like to listen to what people say, and then you know what I'm saying. I have to respond to it. You know what I'm saying? I get where he coming from. I'm just letting him know, like, that the people that he talking about, the women that he talking about, and all them people like that, them people right there, bro. They not as the media and everything to me might make it seem bigger than that, bro. But I see more of us out there than I do of those. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I might not be right on the political side because, like I said, I'm not dove all the way in there. Some of that stuff I have to learn about.
Now let me see something. This is now OG, watch this. This is what I talk about when I say evolve, right? Now apparently some people that, you know what? It is what it is. Yeah, listen, I've never ventured into disrespecting OG, and I never will, because it's not that type of time. But that is that. If y'all can't take men getting a little bassy, then
I'm good, bro. They good, bro. Y'all chill out in the chat, bro. This is how we do on the porch, man. We on the porch, dog.
If y'all can't take the bassiness, there's plenty of women channels where y'all could go and tuck your tampon.
Ew.
Yeah, I feel I know he's not talking to me, bro. I know he's talking to people in the chat, bro. I'm just letting people in the chat know, bro, it's all good to the good, bro. Y'all ain't even never seen me get crazy, bro. You'll never see me like that. I know how to keep my composure. So This is cool, bro. I like it. It's a conversation.
Yeah. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like that's the thing. No, black men never get to evolve, bro. Like and it's a problem because, and you're right, there are black men that are doing certain things, but on larger levels, I believe a lot of black men are scared, and I believe that 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 level of being scared hinders them from evolving, because guess what? They don't want to be put out the club.
Black thoughts. Okay, I keep hearing the word evolve and evolving. I need more context as to what are black men supposed to be evolving to. Because I when I'm hearing the word evolve and evolving, I keep hearing it more in a general. It's very vague.
Good question. They are supposed to be evolving into leaders. They are supposed to be evolving into men. They are supposed to be evolving into themselves, not what the group wants them to be. And again, right, black men are never allowed to go outside what the group deems their blackness is. Does that answer your question, or do you need more?
No, I like I said, I just wanted to hear your point of it, because like I said, there's a lot. I just keep hearing a lot of the word, but I don't hear a lot as to what it's supposed to be deemed the difference of. When I hear black men are not allowed, because I'm also trying to make a distinction in my mind between evolution and transformation, because one is radical, one is forced upon, and the other one is a natural occurrence.
Well, I never use transformation.
No, I'm saying, but some people will think of evolution as transformation, and it's not.
Well, I get that.
Especially when we're saying that someone is forcing people not to evolve. But
well, again, right?
Of other people, right? When we look at the society of how other people are doing, because there are plenty of things that we allow, quote unquote, black men to be. We allow them to be simps, as people want to put it. We allow them to become women. We allow them to do a lot of different things. Now, if we're talking about evolution as we are quote unquote allowing men to have their own sense of independence, I'm all for that.
But is that allowed?
Well, who's restricting?
I mean, come on, Resla. Let's keep it real. Is that allowed?
Who's restricting it? Can we not say that there are
Black America is restricting it?
Do we not have men that are out there that are doing things on their own? Don't we have men that hell? Isn't there a whole damn movement out there talking about men going their own way?
Well, that I don't.
Sure.
I'm not.
Are they not men out there who have been going their own way?
But the men going their own way.
What do you say about the guys who are passport guys, right? They're doing
yeah,
their
but
own
that's
thing.
not. But that's not. But that's not.
We got black men that have been putting up their own businesses. No one has been really stopping them from doing that. We do have people out there. Now, can we say that that's the general consensus? No.
Well, hold on, no. They could put up their own business, but they still have to do it within a certain purview.
Define the purview, because that would be a purview that's locked up
by
actual regulation.
Blackety black. It all has to be done within a blackety black purview. Right? It has to be a black
allowed to move right.
It's not allowed. It's not allowed to be a business. It has to be a black business. I mean, tell me I'm wrong, Resla. It has to be a black business. It can't be a business. Everyone else can open a business. A black man has to open a black business. All of a sudden, everyone has a problem with you just opening a business. And all of a sudden, we have to live within these blackety black confines of how we do our business.
Hmm. I have to I have to really think about that.
I see it every time I see Fight Club.
Yeah,
When
but
one of you
no,
guys
but
goes up.
again, that's a small confined segment of people who are brainwashed because they hang out in the same circles. I'm talking to the broader side of America. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna.
but
I'm not gonna
aren't
they're
American
not.
cities the same way?
Cities are not the entire nation, and not everybody in the city is
No,
like that.
no,
Because that
but
again, I live in the city. I don't do that.
but like, say you voted for Donald Trump, right?
Mm-hmm.
You just went against 95% of your peer group.
Is that true? Because I heard there's a lot of black men that voted for Donald Trump.
Here's the thing, though.
According to the numbers, it's about 95% voted against.
Here's the thing, though, right? A lot of things, right? A lot of
95% of
it.
a district
Or no,
or people.
I think it was like 85 of black men voters, black male
Here's the
voters
thing, though.
voted for Donald
A
Trump.
lot
Like
of it,
15%.
but a lot of it also has to be in silence, right? Like,
Mhm.
so, you know, there's a lot of Trump supporters, but they're not allowed to say it, right? You gotta. I can't. Big Mama can't know that I'm not Democrat. Big Mama can't know that I want a business that don't say blackity black black out front, because everybody gonna have a problem with it.
I think what I see a lot is I don't. So when I run across people who have black business, who have businesses and they're black, right? I don't hear them say that they have a black business, but I do see they're mainly men, always are on a black cause. And I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna lie. Most of those men, most of those black men, are big black men. The smaller guys, the slender dudes, they're not really like that. The heavyset guys, they're black first, black everything black first. All their demographic black. Again, I even come out here and I do photography and things like that. Most black photographers I run into, most of their work, most of the people that they photograph, most people that they film are black. And I'm like, you're killing your business.
And you know why? Because they're trying to please the mammy. They're catering to the mammy. That's why they're catering to the mammy. I mean, that's a problem, right? Because here's the thing: I don't want a black business. I just want a business, right? I don't restrict my plumbing when I do my own work. I don't restrict it to let me just restrict it to black people. No, I want everybody's money. Everyone's allowed to get their pockets rated equally.
Right. That's the way it's always been in my mind. Just like I'm willing to go learn from anyone. They don't have to be a black person.
Like that's the way it is. But again, right? Everyone is allowed. Okay, let me give you a perfect example of the black man not being allowed to evolve.
Go for it.
Right? I'm gonna give you a perfect example. Now, it's not necessarily about evolving, but I'm just gonna show you where the black man can't do anything different, right? Ketanji Brown Jackson, Kamala Harris, married to white men. Does anyone question their blackness?
Wait a minute. What?
Again.
He's
It's not
asking basically
necessarily
the black women that are married to white men.
It's not necessarily about evolving, but I'm gonna again. Let me make the point. Does anyone question them?
I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't even know.
Okay.
I don't even know.
No, it's not even just. It's ignored.
But Clarence Thomas married to a white woman. What's the reaction?
I don't know.
Oh my God, you're a sellout.
So the black man's boxed in. You're in a box. There's no one else has that box. Only the black man, right? And if you're boxed in, then you're not allowed to evolve.
OG, you get what he's saying?
I think I get that part of it. Yeah, he made a good. I don't know who these. Look, I think he said Kamala Harris.
Yes,
Yeah,
she's married to a white man.
Okay,
and
I'm
I
like,
only
I
use
don't know.
and I only use
Yeah, I got
Kamala
you.
Harris because black people are begging for her to be black. I don't consider her black. She's a woman of color, but because black people are dying for her to be on their side, I'm using her.
Okay,
Right.
I get what he's saying.
Right. And so it's okay for them to be married to white men. Everyone just obfuscates that point and just Iron South married a white woman. Oh my God! Oh, white supremacist! Oh, Jesus!
No,
How dare you?
I get it. It's the
people.
it's the premise for black women to say that black men are owned by black women, but black women can be swirlers. I get it.
Right. And so, and again, right? They're allowed to go outside that box. Black men, no way. Stay in that box. That box right there. Stay in it. Don't go anywhere else or you're done for. And so the question I ask is, are black men allowed to evolve? And the answer is no.
I believe yes, if they just don't give a shit about those people claiming to have their community. And I said the word claim.
What are they giving up to
Nothing.
do that?
They're giving
Yes,
up
they
nothing.
are. Yes, they are.
Well,
I'm sorry, Mayo. I have lived in black communities and I've had people say that they've taken my car and I've never once felt less black.
Here's the thing.
No, but what I'm talking
right.
about,
Not,
I'm talking
They
about
can't take
family
anything from me.
relationships,
Again,
friends.
I'm good to separate myself. If those are the type of people that are around, they're not of good character.
And Resla's right. And so
They're not my people.
So Resla is correct, right? Resla is correct, and that works for guys like Resla and I. But Resla, how many people does that really work for? Like, how many black men does that really work for?
Honestly,
and I got to be honest, I don't think the numbers are too great. It might work for you and I.
Right.
Well, it does work for you and I, right? Because we know, like, listen, we've seen the other side. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I know the other side.
I'll definitely say that we are outnumbered on the other side. I will definitely admit to that.
Right. And so it works. And so it works for us because we know what the other side is. But like, how many men are actually on that train?
Wait, cool. One question. Butterfly Jones, what are we giving up? You say a lot. Can you give me some examples of the things that we're giving up? I'm curious. Because I said nothing, but I'm always willing to be proven to be wrong. So I would just like some examples, please, sir.
Right. And so while he comes up with that, we'll continue the situation, the conversation. And so that's the thing. Like, black men are not allowed to go anywhere. They have to stay in a box, and they're kept in a box by their mothers, their sisters, society, everyone. Those of us that decided, right? Those of us that decided, I'm out of here, I'm done. We are actually on the outs of this so-called Black America. Where's King Shenard? Let King Shenard say it. What's King Shenard gonna come up here and say? Oh, you tap dancing.
Yo, you tap dancing, bro.
You tap dancing. You know how many black men are afraid to be called a tap dancer by someone that suffers from autism? You know how many black men are afraid to be called a tap dancer by someone black that suffers from autism? Well, by a foreigner that suffers from autism? Think about that. What's wrong with that? Yo, trash media is stupid. Yeah, look at what trash media said.
Yeah. You a tap dancer. Yeah.
Oh, that's it. Nigga make it. Okay.
But there is a social cost. and a family cost. And as much as that doesn't affect some people, it does affect most people.
And let me and Resla, I'm gonna prove something to you, right?
Mhm.
Your family, do they know your beliefs?
Yes.
Do they shun you?
No, I already cut myself off for them. I already knew what they were.
Okay, but the thing is, right? You still got family that you go to, or are you cut off from all your family, and they're just like, "Oh my God, Resla, he thinks different. No way, you
No,
you
it
gotta
was
get away from here."
no, it was my decision. I did that a while ago.
Okay, so here's the thing: my family, right? For the most part, they're all a bunch of Democrats. We got a couple that are conservative, couple in the middle, right? And I'm probably me and my 1/2 Puerto Rican cousin, because you know the Hispanics ultimately they tend to go right, you know.
Yeah.
And so him and I are probably the most closest to conservatives. But guess what? My family doesn't shun me and say, "Oh my God, how dare you? You got to get out of here." Now, I'm gonna ask this question. OG, if you went to your family reunion and said that you believed anything on the right, do you think they would be okay with that?
We don't have no choice.
Well, you're from the South, and a lot of black men in the South tend to lean to the right. So you might not be the best person to ask, but I'll
Yeah,
ask nonetheless.
they don't question me. They don't question me like that, bro. My mind usually be set on certain stuff that I dig in everything that I do. So I don't let people just talk and just let them just keep on talking and make a point. I want you to have a conversation with me. That way we can have an understanding. So me and my people done that, bro. They ain't gonna sit there and be like, oh, well, if I tell them something, they ain't gonna be like, oh, okay, well, I think he believe this. No, they're gonna go exactly what I said.
Well, Black Thoughts. Let me put it this way, because I have friends who are, they're liberal, they're Democrats or whatever, and they understand my sides, but they also understand from being around me that I have particular points and that I don't necessarily agree with anybody. So there's definitely conservative Republican points that I just don't go with, just like the same as Democratic points. We've always had our takes on it, but they've always understood that I will pick things based on where I lean on in total. It's not about, well, if you pick this, you're on this side. They know I don't play that game. And they know they can get cursed out for that. So they don't tread that line with me because I've set up that boundary with them.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, I get that. I mean, listen, most of my Democrat friends, they don't message me as frequently anymore, but when we do message and see each other, guess what they know? Let me just keep it cordial, because I'm either gonna have this guy roast me or we're just gonna be cordial. Like, it's one or two of those ways.
Well,
And we just keep it cordial.
Well, the way I look at it is like, the one thing that we know is that the strongest thing, the only thing really that's used against black men that is quote unquote useful, is shame. That's it. What other tools of the trade can be used against black men besides calling them names?
You're right. There is no other tool of the trade. You're right.
You soft, you gay, you still on your mama's tit, you broke, you that's all. That's there's nothing else.
But the question is, but the problem is that though everything you just said is normally used against you when you're on the left.
Man, it's normally only used against you from a female's perspective.
Well, that
most of that stuff don't work with. Most of that don't come from us. See,
that's a fact.
Well, I'll go back to what Mayo said. The people on Fight Club.
But I'm still with you on that. It's just them people ain't out here. They online every day, regurgitating the same thing as we say, as we hear every week.
I agree. This is why I always say I got a thing about tackling narratives and talking points.
I agree.
They're not original thought.
The saxophone, thank you for the super chat. He says Democrats want black men or men in general to be like Dale. I mean, either Dale or George Floyd, kind of one and the same. We played the video of the black man of the black man letting it be known that Democrats want George Floyd like people. So one and the same. Yeah, I mean, it's what it is. But yeah, man, listen, again, man, black men are not allowed to evolve. And that's why I say they're not allowed to evolve outside. Okay, you know what? You know what? For the last 30 minutes, fuck it. Let's stop being politically correct. Fuck it.
Okay.
Let's stop.
Let's go.
Let's stop.
I'm with it.
All right, Cot. Wait, I thought I took that down.
Yeah, you did. You went back up.
All right. Kai, she's been a member for 8 months. Let me tell you something. The inner Dale is coming out of her.
Okay.
That's your fire marshal Bill. Let me tell you something.
Fire Marshal Bill.
Let me tell you something.
You know what?
Tom's back here talking shit.
You know what? Let me take the gloves off, right?
Mhm.
Black men are not allowed to not be anything but Democrats.
That's true.
Once you now see, let's get to it because you know what? I was trying to be politically correct and nice, but you know what? That shit ain't working. Everybody tap dancing. We all tap diggity and over here. It's over. Let's get to the left and the right.
Yeah.
Right?
No.
Black men are not allowed to not be anything but Democrats following black women. Now let's
There's the qualifier.
Let's get to it.
I already said it, nigga.
Stop saying that word. People are gonna think it's me saying it. Stop
I already
it.
said it, nigga.
Stop it.
I know you.
What'd you say, Kai?
I did not say that.
Nah, don't do that.
Oh my god! Can you imagine?
Yeah.
You know
So-
you in there. We know you ain't gonna say nothing like that.
Hell
So-
no. Hey, Matt.
How you doing, Yvette? So let's be real. Black men are not allowed to be nothing but Democrats that follow women. And guess who told you to do that? Roland Martin. What did that chick? What's her face? What's that chick? Listen, and I'm gonna keep it real. Tiffany Cross, light skin. She was kind of thick. Listen, I take it down. You know what I mean? But anyway, regardless of that, she's a nightmare. But what did she say? She said, get behind black women. And if black men do anything besides get behind black women, what happened? Let's be real. We're not allowed to evolve outside of what the Democrat narrative is for black people. Now we're going to get to it. Let's go. We got the last 45 minutes here. We're going to get to it.
It's so weird that
Gloves off.
men feel like following women. Like, what makes black men follow the women over, say, other dudes or whatever? I don't understand that part. I truly don't get it.
It's because
We're
of
raised by
the power
women.
imbalance for one. For one, if they're in a household that do not have men, then the woman is the one with the power because
Right, I understand.
over the
I
mother
understand that
Yeah, I'll
part.
do that.
But like say Uncle Tom, for instance, he was raised in a 2-parent household. His dad just happens to, I don't know, have feminine energy or something. I don't know what the deal is with that, but I don't understand the concept of why so many men of all races, but I'm not allowed to talk about white people, Black Dot said. So it's got to be black people. So why do they bow down in, like, the words are escaping my brain.
Well, can I say it this way?
Tell me,
can I say
because
something this
my
way?
brain is
Because again, I hear guys say this a lot, and I don't necessarily care for it, but I hear that, and to be honest, I even heard even Uncle Tom say it. He's like, I pay for the home. I don't care what happens in this home. She can do whatever she wants in it, whatever. Well,
Which is funny because he cares, but okay.
right.
No,
I'm saying,
it's
but
true.
a lot of men will say that, right? Listen,
Yeah.
when it comes to the house, she makes whatever decision in the house. I'm going out. I made money of that. So the kids end up seeing that. Men end up innately believing that the woman should be the one taking care of the house. But unfortunately, that also comes to making decisions in the house. And somehow they end up equating that.
Okay. I can see that.
Your kids
It's-
are looking
it's
at it
just
in a
so
very
strange.
basic sense.
Correct.
It's so strange to me. It's just odd. Speaking on just because we're speaking about black males, what I don't get is, let's just talk about general mass of people, not anybody specific, but just general mass. You hear people say they're the strongest of the males, they're the this of the males, are the most athletic, whatever, just generalizations. But how, when you take everything in your life from females who are overly emotional, who make decisions based on emotions,
Right.
who insert emotions in every aspect of life. They jump to emotion before having, thought processes about things, whatever.
You can see that in the wedding.
Yes, he's right. You can see that in a wedding. And I don't understand it. Where is the basis? And maybe that sounds stupid, but this is part of the reason that I have a hard time with all this shit, because I don't.
I think a lot of it is an overcorrection of what they think manhood should be versus what it actually is.
Well, that's an aspect of feminism now.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's an aspect of feminism. But
you know what? You know what, bro? Did you just say the gloves was off, bro?
Yes.
Yeah. And I'm gonna bring up another ugly.
You know
truth,
what?
but
I'm gonna
go
go and
ahead,
call
OG.
cap, brother. I'm gonna call cap on you, bro, because these young dudes out here, these gang dudes, they turning every single one of these young girls, bro, into Tatianas. They ain't gonna be no wives no more. They about to go extinct, playboy. Get your
Hold
mind
on.
right. Get it together. Yeah, bro. All that you talking about, throw it out the window.
And
They ain't going nowhere. They
Yeah, but-
ain't acting like no people. They acting
No,
like
Kai,
pure
hold on,
savages,
hold
sir.
on.
They acting like pure
I'm
savages.
sorry.
We talking
Hold
about
on,
sorry,
the
OG.
dudes you talking about. The dudes you talking about is the dudes that's sitting inside that house, playboy.
Let me
He's
address
sitting
that.
inside that
Do you
house.
want to know why, OG?
He ain't out there in them streets.
Hold on. Let me
He
address
ain't
that.
out there in them
OG.
streets.
OG,
Yo,
do you want to know why? You want to know why they're turning? You
Give
want
me
to
a
know
good
why they're
example.
turning everything into Tatianas?
yeah.
Because they watch their mothers be revolving doors. You ever been to a plantation where the door just keeps going? That's what they believe is happening, and so that's what they believe is of women. Have you ever listened to what's his name? What's the rapper? What's the rapper?
Yeah. I heard of it.
Lupe Fiasco.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah, I heard of that, boy.
You ever listen to Lupe Fiasco?
Jesus Christ.
His song, "Bitch Bad," right? You ever listen to what he said in that song?
No, I ain't never heard. I don't listen to Lupe Fiasco like that.
And right there in that song,
What is
"Bitch
that?
Bad,"
You know Lupe Fiasco. But let me ask you a question. Have you ever heard a song called Wood Grain Wheel by Pimp C?
Yes, sir.
Have you ever heard of a song called Side and Side?
Can we just talk
Yeah.
about
All right. So on this song specifically, he said, I see that thing passing by me, and you know she looking fine. I hit that corner one more time, and see that boo there from behind. You know what that means, sir?
Okay,
that means she ain't nothing but a Tatiana, and it's still going on, sir. That's what they doing. So the dudes that you're talking about again are the dudes that sitting inside that house that ain't got no, that's not out there, bro. That's why I said they the gang dudes. We ain't talking about the same dudes, bro. You're
The
talking about a
reason
simp dude that's
why
gonna get married to somebody who's gonna run his life, who's gonna
that's not who
control
I'm talking
everything.
about.
Oh yeah, sir.
That's
That's
not,
exactly who you talking
bro,
about, sir.
that's
You're not
not
talking.
who I'm talking about.
All right,
You said
which one
That is
which one
not
is
who I'm
better for the
talking
black
about.
community, OG?
Who I'm
And which
talking
one's better
about.
for society as a
hold
Who
up,
whole?
I'm
hold up,
talking
hold up, hold
about.
up,
you know
hold
Right?
up,
what?
hold up,
The
hold up,
I'm gonna
hold
reason
up.
give it to you. Ain't now one of them.
why these
Hold up,
guys
because
are
now
going.
we're
Ain't now
all
one of them.
what I just
Because
heard
if you
right
think
now is
about
that
it,
it seems like either dudes is gang or they simps. There's no one in
yep.
between.
And
Is
that's
that
why
what
I'm
we're
trying to tell
saying?
Mayo. No, that's why I'm trying to tell Mayo. That's why I'm trying to tell Mayo. That dude that's in between, that's that dude like us, bro, that got morals, compass, and everything else, bro. But what Black
Hold,
Dawson's talking about, he
But
talking
they're
about a
not gonna get
dude that's
married, OG?
taking traits. He's talking about a dude that took traits from a female. We ain't talking about the dudes that grew up like us who
well,
don't who
first of
had the
all,
mother who grew up like some people
you
don't
brought
know.
this.
Sir. I grew up with a father and a mother. So it's other people on
Okay,
the
go,
panel who had to take their
okay, so
inspirations from other
I
males,
never,
sir. They
I
just didn't
never
take it from
accused
their
you of
mother.
not
And these
growing
dudes
up
was the
with a
dudes that
father.
was out here that was out here knocking them up. Got 28 kids, sir. They went out there like they mother probably was a strag, probably had
I'm
2
not
kids.
talking about
He
no
got so
father.
many. Bro, stop playing with me, bro. It's a difference. You talking about a
No,
dude, bro,
no,
that's
I'm
not like
not. That's where
either.
you're getting
That's
it
not like either
wrong.
one.
That's where you're getting it
No,
wrong.
I'm not getting it wrong nowhere,
I'm
sir.
not talking about. I'm not. I'm not talking about. Listen, again, I understand why the dudes are out here knocking everything down because their mothers were revolving doors. Yes, I get it. That's why they think that way. You could try and deny that fact if you want, but that's a reality. If you're a young kid and you're watching your mother having men going round and round, what are you going to think
Wait,
is the thing to be done?
OG,
See, now this is where we get mixed up at. Well, go ahead, bro. Go ahead. I ain't even gonna go ahead, bro.
OG, can you and I agree on a specific thing? Would you say
Yeah, go ahead.
would you say it's easier now to get ass than it was when we were coming up?
No.
It get easier every year.
All right then. So to say that they're the ones just tearing things up when chicks is easily just dropping it, it's not really a fair thing.
No,
It's
but
easier
it's
now
not.
to get ass than it ever was in any other time in history.
There
There are
are
no.
Get out of
Look,
here.
peep me out.
It is hard to
Peep
find a
me out.
conservative girl these days.
All right, peep this out, bro. Look, we're talking about. Look, I understand exactly where you coming from. Check this out. So, a dude, bro, who's gonna take the traits from his mother and gonna cry about the situations, get into a relationship, and let a woman run them things because he's not the dude. He didn't see a strong male dominant person in a relationship to do that. We're not talking about that dude. Specifically, Black Thoughts was talking about the dude who took the traits from his mother. Yes or right?
Wrong. I'm not specifically.
Wait. We're talking. I'm about to keep on going down the line. I'm just saying they took traits from their mother, the stuff that they grew up around their mother, the stuff that their mother they reflected that and they put that in their life. But these dudes right here, bro, are a home incel dudes, bro. We're not talking about the same. I get what you're saying with the fact of the revolving door, with not that goes both ways, bro. I get that. Because it can be the father doing the same thing, mother doing the same thing. They can a toe-up relationship with them doing other things. That can all go in the same, if I'm correct, they can all go in that same door, what you're talking about. But what I'm talking about is something way totally different. We're talking about a person who is specifically doing stuff, bro, and putting a woman in charge of everything. That's not coming from a man, sir. If a woman is control of the household, a woman is taking charge of everything, bro, that's not man-like. That man is a submissive man. Am I correct? Am I wrong?
Yeah, but the opposite of that same behavior cycle is the hyper male.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm listening to see what you're leading to.
What I'm leaning to is exactly what I just said. The dudes that's out here that when I said this gang, bro, just turn these females into Thadianas, you ain't seeing that other reflection of those good people coming out of that, so that you can have those marriages. You can have it. Ain't gonna be none of that, bro, because everybody is tainted, bro. You looking at it in a small sector again. You ain't trying to abroad yourself, bro, to everything. We're
Yeah,
talking
I
about
don't
black
even.
folk. We're
Okay,
talking about black folk.
okay,
You just
okay.
you still stuck on the same person,
First
bro.
of all,
Who's
right? You're completely
go ahead.
wrong, right?
Okay, go ahead.
I'm just gonna be honest. You're completely wrong.
Go
right?
ahead.
The fact that you think that I don't know what's going on out here is laughable. And I got to be
Okay.
just completely honest. It's
Okay.
very laughable. The fact that you
Okay.
think I don't know what's going on out here, right? I assume you think that I'm an 80-year-old married man that
No,
don't know
sir.
what's going on.
No, sir.
It's not so, sir. Right? So I know exactly what's going on here in these streets. That has nothing to do, right? What you just brought up is way off for what I'm talking about, men evolving. If you want to talk about being out in the streets and all that, and you want to say that these dudes just want to turn chicks out and they gang, I agree. They're all gang. They all want to turn chicks out, and everyone's going to be fucked in the end. I agree. But that's not what I'm talking about, OG. That's not what I'm talking about. So you're going off into a tangent that I'm not even into a realm that I'm not talking about. If you want to have that conversation, we can have that conversation at a separate time. But that's not a conversation right now.
No, Tom, he good. Look, let him try to change it over, bro. I wasn't even trying to point out the fact, bro. Look, I was just trying to distinguish. It's three different men. You still got the man. You still got the dude in the middle. Look. If you listen to what I'm saying, you still got the dude in the middle. You got this hyperactive dude that Mayo is talking about. Like I said, I agree with you. And you got this dude that you're talking about. I'm talking. It's still a dude in the middle, bro. Now, as much as
afraid to talk.
Oh, I just said.
Oh, he's yelling at the printer.
Go ahead. Y'all got it. I'm having fun. I like this. I got a smile on my face. I like
So
it.
let me. He's battling the printer. What about the guy that sees all the things that Black Dots was saying? The guy that sees all that growing up, right? The revolving door, all that. What about the guy that, I don't know, maybe has his friend's parents or a good guy and a coach or something like that shows him that shit is wrong and that is not what you want? What about those guys? Like, where do they fall?
That's not even what I'm talking about.
Oh no, I was just asking. I didn't.
Yeah, they fall in the middle because they get the guidance, they get the confidence boost, they get to see a man.
But the bottom line, I think, of what Black Dots is saying, is that on the whole, the guys aren't allowed by their peers, by proxy, to evolve. They're just
They don't have a large community to operate in where people understand and accept them.
Yeah, I'm not. I mean, this whole thing about like, and I get it. Everyone wants to battle this, like, you old guys, you young guys. Like, that's not what I'm battling.
What you battling?
I'm just saying, I see the involvement. I see not the involvement, but I see the involvement. I see the young kids involved. Now the black men, because
Yes.
he said turn it into black men. We talking about black men. We ain't talking about the females that's talking about them. We ain't talking about none of the other the letters and stuff he was talking about that's talking about them. He asked a specific question, and my answer to that was yes. His was no. I asked him what it meant. He told me what it meant. I gave him my answer again.
So if you're asking me, is there a segment of black men evolving into super gremlins? Yes. And if there's a segment of black women devolving into super whores, yes, it's happening. I see it. I acknowledge it. But that's not what I'm addressing.
No, sir, it's not what I'm saying.
So what are you addressing exactly?
Sir.
Please tell me.
Is that black men are not allowed to stand as black men?
Mm-hmm.
As men? Oh, you know what? They're not allowed to stand as men like every other society. You either have to be this degenerate, sleep with every chick, or do this, or be a thug, or be some simp. You're not allowed to evolve into the regular patriarchal society that everyone is allowed to evolve into.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing. That's the thing. See, you still stuck on that point. That's why I told you earlier, bro. That point you talk, that's where they at now. That's why I'm saying I know that these people are was gonna turn into men because I seen it. It happened with my group. It happened with y'all group. And we're all black men, sir. We prime examples of this.
Sir.
But we still at that same time, we still had those people giving those same thing that you were saying, those black,
the super gremlin,
the black queen was, bro, just let me get this out, bro. Ain't you can say what you want to say, bro, but it's truthful, bro. It happened to you in Tom's era, happened in RZA's era, happened in my era, it happens in everybody's era, bro, when it come up as a black man, bro. We all have a time when we in that degenerate mode, or even if we wasn't that, you just grow out of it, bro. But you have to evolve, bro. But the standard of what you're talking about, yes, I'm answering your question, bro. They evolve, bro. You can't say no because these people are saying that they're not, bro. Because it's more of us that's doing exactly what you keep on explaining, bro. From just regular being a regular human being as a black man, growing up in a society, knowing what's right and what's wrong, all the way to politics. We grow out of dumb and get ourselves into a, yes, we evolve, bro. Like I say, you can be a product of that stupid degenerate, put you in with the bricks and all that, and stay there if you really wanted to, but you didn't. I didn't, and nobody else didn't. And even when you get that chance to go through everything, people go to jail and get out. I wasn't even trying to go there, but that's the same thing. It's a whole different other fact. Podcast can let you know about that. But I'm just saying, to your point, yes, we do evolve, sir. As a black man, nobody just talking about us. Yes,
right. You know what? You right. You right. Y'all evolve. You right.
To the case of what OG's saying, I get it. I will still fall on the original point though, that of the men who actually do that, they're still outnumbered by those who will kowtow to the community. I will say that though.
And that right there is the thing is, see, he's talking about evolving from being a super gremlin. Yeah, you evolve to being a super gremlin to following some degenerate bitch. Yes, good. You evolve.
I'm talking about everything.
But you do not become that man that's leading anything. You just become another degenerate that says happy life, happy wife, happy life.
Okay. But
when people grow out of poorness, people grow out of all this stuff and I'm not even talking about the people, bro, who's degenerates out here beating up people, gang and all them. We're just talking about regular black folk, black men, bro. Some of them, I agree, bro, are still stuck in their women ways, bro, because they never had that male to be around them, like I said. But you have, to me, I see when I'm out here doing business and I have people come to my shoppers and I go different places. I just don't sit here in Oklahoma, sir. I don't go to Texas, sir. I go to a lot of places around the United States.
You don't come to Florida? I ain't
been everywhere. No, I don't come to Florida like that. I'm making it.
Yeah.
But
let me ask you a question, OG.
Go ahead.
Can you put on a suit?
I got 3 of them.
Oh.
But go ahead. He said, "Can you put on a suit?" I'm like, "I got 3 of them." You know what I'm always fresh.
You know
he meant yes. He meant
yes. Yes, sir.
Now I didn't get to finish. You're right. You got 3 suits. You're always fresh.
No, you good, bro. I'm simple, bro. I use combinations. One of them is the vest suit, the other one is a whole suit, and the other one is just a bow tie with a tie, and I got like maybe 6 to 9 of them, so I can switch up things. So I got variety.
All right, no problem.
I ain't got money like that.
I will say that the majority of people who I come across, and this is me and my anecdotal experience with my own eyes, the majority of couples, married or not, I will say that a lot of, I will say black men, since we're not talking about any other cultures, but a lot of black men don't lead. Like again, the common man does not look at himself as a leader. He cooperates with
Wait
everybody.
a minute. Wait a minute.
He said the common man. He didn't say you.
Not every man is out here trying to lead troops and lead and lead.
That's true.
Most men are everyday average. Not leaders are above. They're not average.
And there's a ton of them that are
is
out there
that- is
wanting to be
that-
lit.
Yes, sir.
I mean,
everybody was a
to
leader, it
lead
wouldn't
your
be a leader.
household- Hold on. To lead your household, is that above?
No, it's common. It should
No, it's
be-
not
it should-
common.
it should-
It's not common in
Let me-
Black
let me-
America.
I-
We
okay,
see that.
It should be common, but it's not, because again, I only have to talk about black people, because if I said other demographics, I see the same thing. I don't see them leading their household. I see them
No, that's true.
cooperating.
That's true. Not all men
everyone
are leaders,
leads.
like Han Shonery said. They're not.
The same way how
Hey,
about not
hold-
everyone has the leadership skills. Not everyone has the
Some-
communication skills.
Some men marry a leader on purpose because they don't want to.
You thought I was a leader?
We did-
Look at you.
No, I didn't think you were a leader at all.
Wait, what?
You were just
No,
you were just
You were-
nasty in
Yeah, you were
overall,
just
sir.
gross with the overalls on, and I was
That's
like,
all right.
wow, that's different.
Yeah, all right. Well, that made you.
I
Is
need
that
Black
different?
Fox to have a drink and some stuffed peppers or something. He's a little tight right now.
yeah, but to put it back there, most men are common garden variety of human beings. Leadership is an above trait.
Let me
people
ask
have-
this.
Some people have
This
it
is-
innately.
I find that hard to believe.
Is leadership in a man, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Is
I'm not
this-
talking about leading a Fortune 500.
No.
That's not what I'm
I
talking
mean is, like, when you met your wife, right? Was it a conversation? Like, we had the conversations, but it seems like a lot of people don't. Like, did you have conversations back then about like expectations? Yes, but I don't think you worded it that way back then. But like this is the way I see things. This is the way I look at things, and this is the way I like it. You know what I mean? Like
You're right.
that's a-
Well, no,
You're right. It's a relationship expectation.
was it a conversation? No.
Yeah.
It's a point of, right, because women have this sort of innate, most smart women have this innate thing where they understand this is someone that is going to lead me somewhere right or lead
Yes.
me somewhere wrong.
right.
And so, like, they for the most part can know you're gonna lead them somewhere wrong.
Yeah, that's true. I mean,
not
I just,
all of them, not all.
I just see women shocked later on, and you just women.
Well, here's the thing, right? A lot of
guy is-
women.
I-
Here's the thing, Kai. A lot of women, they want to lead and they want a man to pick up their messy pieces. And then when he doesn't pick up their messy pieces,
They get
then
mad.
it's you're not a leader.
Yeah.
Well,
I will
and
say
I,
this.
I see women refusing to take the
I'm gonna
traditional
get-
marriage vows
I'm gonna get
Yes.
of honor and obey.
Well, I'm not obeying shit, but anyway.
Goddamn lie.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
That's
that's
a
but
lie
part of the
myself.
problem of that. Part of that is also, again, this is the whole problem what we have now, because the truth of the matter is that people should not be, and I'm just gonna say it, people should not be dating. You shouldn't, because the whole point of courting is that you're laying your expectations out, and you should meet this person
Yeah.
based on cultural foundation of how they are raised, how they view the world, and picking from
Right.
there by doing that courting phase. If you don't work
Yeah.
out, you already know that because you already talked about things ahead of time. This whole we'll figure it out, we're gonna fumble through life and figure it out. That's
Stupid.
no.
So courting, I think that it's the same concept as dating with the intention.
Yes,
You
there's
know, dating-
intentionality from the beginning. From the
Yes.
I am looking for this.
Yep.
Are you
Like,
this?
Why are you wasting your time with all these losers, male and female? Like, what are you doing when you could be spending that time bettering yourself or whatever the case may be and getting to know, like, I'm sorry, but within 10 minutes about somebody enough to know whether you want to spend any more time with that person or not.
That's not true.
Yes, you do.
I'm very
I'm-
fucking confused.
Well, that's inherently an American thing as well, though. Like this whole let's just date for 30 years. That's
Oh, it's absolutely
Like,
American.
that's inherently an American thing.
Yep.
That's not happening most other countries.
Nope.
That's just America. Just like this whole kick your child out at 18. That's an American thing.
Yep.
That's
So
not
when
happening in most places.
So when I tie it to Black people, right?
What did you want to do on that?
Why is it they haven't figured that part out? Because I've dealt with a lot of different people in a lot of different
the other
cultures,
ones
but
are
I've
okay.
never heard of arranged marriages in the Black culture outside of Nigerians.
Together with the man.
On a candle.
Why is that not
That's
a
a fact.
practice that's picked up in the Black culture? If
Yes,
it's
it
already proven to other societies, to other
And then
cultures,
she gonna start
to be
rotating.
successful,
You gonna rotate it?
Being very fresh right now.
No.
they can't even say, well, that's a white, or that's a black, or that's a white, or that's a Spanish, because they've all
Ooh, look
done
at
it.
that.
Why
Oh,
would they think? Why would the Black culture think that that's something
It's
they
perfect.
should
just told
exclude
you,
themselves
unless
from
you
if it's already been proven that it worked?
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's got a little bit of space, so all you gotta do is tape it.
Don't be a question of
Be a
thought,
fucking leader.
man. Don't be a question of
I
thought.
can't.
But you can hear their whole conversation.
No, we're arguing about the printer. Not arguing. We're talking about printer shit.
Here's the thing, right? The only reason why Black people haven't figured that out is because Black people are living in a subculture. They're living in a subculture
Pick it up, motherfucker.
of an American, of a quote unquote American culture that for the most part it has been proven to be a failed culture. And even the
You
people
know-
that push it on Black people, they don't even operate to the level of debauchery in which Black people decide to.
I didn't realize how much Asian cultures still are so deep in their traditions.
Mhm.
Then our middle kid, is stationed in Japan and met this girl, I don't know, like a year ago. And she's actually a transplant from somewhere else. It's a very strange, she's Japanese and Portuguese, which is interesting, and Brazilian or something. I don't know. Anyway, the family lives in Japan, and it's a long story, but the short of it is, he's very interested. He's a very nice, he's just nice. And she's very nice. And he told me the other day, Mom, I need some advice. All right. Her name, I'm going to meet her parents again and stuff. And,
They don't like
but
that.
she can't be, no, they do like him.
Yeah.
We can't call each other girlfriend and boyfriend yet. Now, mind you, the boy is 21. She's the same age. Until they sit and talk and they are dating for purpose, and that
Correct.
she does not date just for dating, and that it's all about not a specific, technical plan, but kind of. They want to know where his head is at. But it was, I'm making it very short, but it was very, very nice. And it was very nice to hear, especially for this particular kid of ours. He's nice like that. So it's perfect. But it was just interesting to me and nice to hear, because they want to actually know. You know what I mean? Not only do they want to know for their daughter, but she was very steadfast in it. The girl was, for a 21-year-old girl, she wasn't saying my parents are so stupid or anything like that. She was completely with it. And
Well,
this is
it's
the
a
way it
different
is.
culture there. Yeah,
It was just
'cause
wonderful.
they
I
very much hate their
really,
parents.
yeah, I liked it. You know,
Well,
I
watch
was
this.
fantastic.
Go ahead, Kai. Go ahead.
No. I was done.
Well,
I just said that's fantastic.
well,
Yeah,
watch
but
this.
in
Even
Japanese culture, they're very much hindering on what their parents' approval are.
well,
Very much.
well, watch this. Even in rich white culture,
I thought we're not supposed to be talking about white people, sir.
even in rich white culture, right?
Sucking them teeth again.
Do you notice something? Well, not me, but even in rich white culture, do you notice that there's not a lot of just dating, just frivolous dating?
No. It's money.
That there's a
Oh,
lot
yeah.
of get married,
Yeah,
right? That's
because it's the money.
that's redneck culture. That is redneck culture that Thomas Sowell talks about.
I know. I'm
Now-
very good at what I do. Thank you.
Do I?
Now,
Oh,
Now-
oh yeah.
now again, we can go back. Now again, since we veered off from what I was saying, yes, we are talking about white people, but we don't. What I'm talking about is black men evolving.
Right.
What we involved into?
Like everyone tries to bring it back. Oh well, I thought we said this. Like that doesn't mean anything because I know where we're veering off.
I think what
Like-
something that we should wind up trying to figure out is that because we do again, even from the point where OG and you and even I agree that there are black men that evolve. How do we push forward a narrative to get more black men to evolve? How do we put more training out there into the world so that even those who are, and I'll just say the word, subjugated by rule of female dominance can turn around and find a male figure in order to get the blueprint to become a man of his own?
I
That's
got you.
something that should be figured out.
That's a tough
got
one.
I got you. No. We need to put the right males in front
Yep.
of the ones that we in front of the younger generation to evolve, because the ones that we got in front of him that he so-called tap dancers and everything else, these are the dudes that's not teaching them the right thing. They teaching them the wrong thing. So we need to get them out of that mentality, get them kind of on ours. You know what I'm talking about? When they get on our level, they won't have to go through. You won't start seeing all. That's why I advocate for people to go legal. That's why I advocate for certain things. Do your job. That's why I advocate for a lot of things. But you know what I'm saying? You know, everybody ain't ready to move that way. But when you find somebody that they can put in that spotlight where more people can see that, instead of just seeing these people who, or like I say, people with everybody say it's simps, but
how do you
put them-
do
put
that,
them in-
OG? In this,
you know what? In this, that's a good question, Kyle.
because another thing, conversation with the younger kid today. There should be more male teachers. They don't want to be. Why?
Agreed.
Because they're treated like shit and they're told
That's a
what they
fact.
can and can't do. And these kids are getting away with everything. My youngest,
Woo! Shit is hot. Son of a bitch.
my youngest, high school, majority of teachers are
Female.
females
Mhm.
and are in the sisterhood basically. And he's having an issue with let me think now. A boy that thinks he's a girl sometimes. Anyway, one of those. So constantly the teachers take the side of the females and the fake females all the time. It's okay when they scream and act ridiculous and are rude and obnoxious, but the boys they treat like crap. And it's constant. It's all the time. I've seen it with every single one of my boys, and it's really strange.
I'm gonna tell you.
And there
how
should
it
be
is.
more males.
The reason why you won't see a lot of males in that field is because first off, it doesn't pay enough.
It's a
Mhm.
bullshit degree that most men look at. They say it's a bullshit degree.
Yeah,
don't wanna
because they
do it.
get paid cheap money.
So what's the point in doing something that you're not gonna get?
No,
see
I
your
understand.
worth?
Yeah, no, I understand why.
Only
But what I'm
time you'll
saying
see
is
more
that
men involved in it is if they're being paid to be a coach as well as be a teacher.
that's where you find your
Right.
male role models, and because I think the high schools is very important, and you're not seeing it because they are treated, the males, the students and the teachers are treated like crap. Their opinions don't matter, and having sons, it's extremely frustrating because we're all like, hey, wait a minute, you're taking every part of men and males away. You're telling them they're bad and they're
Well-
wrong and they're all this. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I've heard of male teachers who were in high school and they turned around and
Mhm.
said they immediately applied to jobs for post education because
Yep.
of the way how they were outnumbered. They were actually treated unfairly.
Terribly.
Oh, yeah.
They were disrespected.
Yep. The only
Well,
ones you see-
just teaching
honestly-
period, bro. I just think that's a whole different other conversation. 'Cause
Oh yeah.
you talking about a whole structure of
Education-
people who basically education, and you talking about you can start from the top and go to the bottom on that, even go from the bottom and go to the top on the education
These
because
kids are
it-
allowed to treat them like subhumans,
Oh,
and it's
like I
just
say, when I was growing up, we
Oh.
had male teachers that we can look up to. My fault, Mayo.
Oh no.
Yeah, we had male. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, man. Go ahead.
We had male
I'll get
teachers you can look up to, and you know what I'm saying. Like I say, when I was in school, we used to get paddles. So I mean, I remember us getting out, you know what I'm saying, getting straightened up and stuff like that. But we had to find out and be smart enough to find out what we was doing wrong. Because when you just let kids get away with things, they just get away with it. And it's where we at today in the society. Everybody is giving their handout. So it ain't like it was when I was. Like I said, people don't think for themselves nowadays. Everything is computerized. If you put the kids in front of the computers, everything is in front of computers, and until they can control that or figure out a system to get those kids locked in, then unless you can't revert back to what we had, they just ain't gonna let you do about all these laws because you can't allow these male teachers or female teachers to put their hands on anybody because they feel a certain type of way or these kids disrespecting them by putting their hands on them. They still got to restrain themselves, get hit in the eye, take a black eye, get hit by a stick and everything, and not hit the kid back. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? We couldn't do that when we was in school. We was getting took away handcuffed. They was locking up as juvie for hitting the teacher, hitting the principal, hitting anybody. So that was different. That's why I say the teacher stuff is that's a whole subject to itself. Because you really gotta deep dive into that and look at more than just the kids aspect to it. It's all about how they pay them, the structure they in, why they only put males in certain positions. And because I never seen certain males getting certain with my them, I don't know about y'all, but they didn't let them move around like they did a lot of the females. So it was different when I was in school. We noticed something way different when we was in school. But go ahead, Mayo.
Well,
I ain't mean to cut y'all, brother.
education needs to be segregated by sex again until at least the junior year in high school.
Boys and girls school.
And boys should be taught by men.
Class.
Because the entire education system that kids are going through today is built to teach white girls.
That's a fact.
Sit down, be quiet, be pleasant, and listen.
Well, they do none of
Now,
that.
Well,
but that's
but
the
I'm not
three
going to say
things
white
that
girls,
boys
man. I'm going
are-
to say
are-
girls in general.
yeah. But those are the three things that boys are not good at.
That's true.
And they're naturally not good at that for a reason.
They need to be hands-on and learning. Here, let's do this.
And interacting, finding their own place
Yep.
among their peers naturally. And that's not happening today.
You know, that's
I
absolutely.
the older I get, the more I understand when the Catholic schools separated the boys and girls in the old days. I can see a purpose in it, and I can see the result of it.
Oh yeah, you're right, Mayo. They do need to go back to separation.
Yep.
They do, because here's the thing: girls learn certain things, right? In those schools, girls learn certain things, boys learn certain things.
And it's all taught by ultra pro female women.
Well, the question I got for y'all on the panel is, what do y'all think about what they being taught? Because most of this stuff that I'm saying that my nieces and nephews get every now and then when I'm around them is I think it's a
crap.
slower curriculum than what I grew up on. I think they should be way evolved than where they is.
Well, it's not
Oh,
even
yeah.
education anymore, OG.
No,
Education
it's
is
indoctrination.
yeah, education is practically out the window, right? The one thing I keep wondering with all these courses that I see is what happened to just 1 + 1 and 2 × 2 and 5 × 5? What, like, where has that gone? Like, no one's talking
went
about
away.
that. No one's
It
talking
went
about
it
that.
went away when their second grade teacher decided that she wanted to tell the class that she's coming out as a man.
And that to me is a problem. It's just you know, why is it that we're not just doing 5 + 5 and 10 + 10 and hey, here's science, you add this liquid, you add that liquid, you get this. Like, why is it that there's a man and a woman and they add this liquid and that man becomes this woman? Like, what are you talking about?
Because according to the government these days, your child is not your child. Parents are vocal. They're just being ignored.
See, y'all still talking about math. I'm still stuck on the when, where, and how. Where's the punctuation? Where is?
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Well,
even when I type sometime, bro. I mean, I even reverted to using the 3 dots. I say a sentence, and instead of putting a dot, I put 3 dots before I start the next one, so I don't have to put the capitalization on the sentence.
see, they cut cursive writing, right?
Oh yeah,
Now, what could be some reasons for that,
they are screwed.
right? What's cursive writing about? Especially when you start with the solid lines and the dotted line in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
That's about attention to detail. That's why those lines are there.
Well, you also know of cursive, right? If you realize cursive, the only place cursive is still required if no one pays attention is your signature.
Not even.
Well,
Could you
Not
see
even, bro. Yeah, you could just scribble. You could just scribble on the cool. If you go to
Everybody
some places,
scribbles.
bro,
Oh.
they'll tell you, hey, you want me to go ahead and you want your receipt? No, you want me to just go ahead and scribble your name on there? Yeah, go ahead.
Yep.
But here's the thing. When it comes time for you to fight it, that's where it becomes a problem.
Think about it. It's gonna be so bad that if someone asks you to write your name, you won't know how to.
Well, that, and they can't read the founding documents in their original form.
No.
So they have to go off whatever translation the transcriber decides on.
Right? Do you
And
notice?
we've seen this already in school books about the Second Amendment.
Do you notice? Right? There are documents where it's print and then signature. You notice it's still separated, right?
Yeah.
You know why that is, right?
No.
You know why it's different. Because your cursive is actually what they're gonna go by. Like people don't realize Cursive is actually what they're gonna go by. And you know how I realized that? Dealing with the banks. When
You can see that. You can see that on regular applications when you give somebody an application and you have them fill out a box and you tell them what you want her, you could just initial. And you don't tell them they have to initial in cursive. You could tell the people who are, you know what I'm saying, more punctual,
well, OG,
because they'll put the initials in cursive, and then some people just write it there and let them put an X.
but
You
OG,
like, I thought I put initials, why they put an X?
but OG, do you realize that you just signed something in the incorrect way? We could tell you that it's not you.
Oh yeah, I look at them every day, sir.
You know that, right? That
Yeah.
you
I
just
know
say, yeah,
exactly what you're talking about.
yeah,
I know
that's not
exactly what you're
you.
talking about. Yeah, I was just pointing that I see them every day. That's what you see on applications, bro. You put your initials right here, and then, like I said, the
If
people. Go
if
ahead.
we were so far advanced, wouldn't we have gotten rid of signature? Because signature is actually synonymous with cursive.
Yeah.
Signature is actually synonymous with cursive. Have you guys realized that? Well, I know
it
you.
is, but it's
Right up until they need it to be. Why do you think they have not abolished it yet? Why do you think they have not abolished it yet?
Well, it's not going to be abolished, but it's not being taken as serious because motherfuckers print on their fucking driver's license.
Yeah.
Is that weight going to show?
Hold on.
It's a discriminator for employees or employers on an application too.
Wait, have you hold on. Your driver's license, you're allowed to do print?
Yes. 2 of my sons did it.
And they could have cared less.
And they did not give a shit. And not only that, 3 people that I work with that are at the age of 25 and younger printed as well.
To me, that's weird because
I mean,
crazy part about that. Hey, did they do the all fingerprint thing on him, like individual? Okay, look, so I think it's something with that system. I was asking that lady about that, and she just like, I didn't even have to really do nothing, bro. I just had to do like one fingerprint. The rest of them, she was like, it's in file. I was like, what do you mean? She was like, yeah, just give me one fingerprint, and I did
Look, that's burnt.
He said, look.
Zoomer said,
oh no, he's talking to me.
It's the writing of the psyop.
Say, what?
Zoomer generation said, cursive writing is a psyop.
Just anything.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't think
y'all gonna have to explain that
in the chat.
Yeah. I'm saying one of y'all in the panel gonna have to explain that.
Honest, I don't think people realize if we were so far advanced, there would be a reason. Like if we were so far advanced, they would have gotten rid of this already. There's a reason why they continue to keep it.
I think right now just because of legal documents, but even that's faltering. I had a buddy who just had to show up to court in Pennsylvania, and the judge actually thanked him for wearing pants, a shirt, and a blazer to court.
Wow.
Because everybody else there was in t-shirts and jeans and shorts.
Yo, that's a fact.
And guess what the outcome of his case is going to be? Based off that first impression.
Yep. People don't learn about first impressions anymore. It's
no.
As I am.
No, let me tell you something, right? I got one ticket in North Carolina, And you know what I realized? All the people that actually had something to do, you know, the judge called them first. It's the weirdest thing. All the people that was all the people that was there, they had pants sagging and flip flops on and all of that.
Yeah, they can wait.
You know, they all went to the back of the courts. You know, people laugh, but that's the truth.
Yep.
And I went right. The one ticket I had in North Carolina, one speeding ticket I got in a work van, might I say, trying to go finish a job, but whatever. Anyway, the one ticket that I got in a work van, right? I had to go to court, and I was sitting there. I'm dressed this, that, and the way. And next thing I know, they're like, "Oh, oh, you got to go to the courtroom." Next thing I know, I see the woman come in, and it ain't just me, but it's certain people, and I'm watching. And the judge like, "Oh yeah, such and such," and she like, "Oh yeah, have a good day." And I'm like, "That's crazy." I'm watching all these people around here, and they all in flip flops, they pants down, they got do rags on, they got bonnets on, and I'm just like, "Yo, y'all about to sit here all day." About to sit here all day because y'all ain't got nothing going on. It's wild.
I come from a family who dresses for funerals, right? Or used to. When my aunt died in 2003, I had family members, my aunts and uncles, show up in fucking sweatpants.
Jesus Christ.
A fucking wake.
Oh my goodness. Never.
Never.
But this shit is common now.
That's it.
You know, I still remember when people dressed up to fly on airplanes.
I can still do that. I mean, not like suit and tie, but you know what I mean. Don't you
Not
still look
anymore.
presentable?
It's
don't
pajama
you?
pants and a pillow now.
I guess I'm on the wrong ones. I ain't gonna lie to you, baby. I'm on the wrong one. I ain't seen none of that crazy shit right there. I hope not to see it either.
And you know what? And you know what's funny? You know what people in pajama pants don't realize? You know how many opportunities that you're missing? Especially older folks, right? No one's really looking at an 18-year-old in pajama pants. I mean, they should be, but no one's really looking at that. But like a 40-year-old in pajama pants going outside your house, you're trash.
And that's
There's no one.
That's the guy giving the job interview the same way.
OG, let me ask you a question. How many people have you hired in pajama pants?
None, sir. None.
But
None.
I'm crazy.
Oh no, you ain't
But
crazy.
I'm crazy.
But I'm gonna be honest with you, most of them be having like them Walmart boots. With the little $39 Walmart boots.
Are they
Okay,
work
little
boots?
cat boots, right?
The one like the all black ones, and they got like some brown ones, and they all steel toe. They got the little steel toe on them. They kind of look they look sturdy.
Walmart
That's like,
boots and pajama pants is different though.
yeah. I mean, come on now. If you doing farm work, bro, stuff like that, bro. I mean, you ain't gonna be in no. Hopefully, you ain't gonna be in no pajamas. You'll look crazy. It's just like going to a lawyer's office, bro, and you got some pajamas on. You gonna look crazy.
Watch this. Let me answer your question. OG, if I walked in there in a pair of $300 Timberland boots that nobody ever seen, are you gonna hire me?
First of all, I'm gonna look at you and look at your Timberland boots. I'm like, okay, this nigga got some fire ass boots on. I was with this boy talking about he might be a good worker. Let's see what he's talking about. Now, if your work ethic is pussy, it's sorry. You're gonna be like, oh yeah, I got it. You can't do it.
The whole point is, here's the thing: if I walked in there with $300 Timberland boots, are you gonna hire me to do farm work?
Yeah, yeah, cultivation work, yeah, definitely.
I would let you know.
Not farm work, not
Let
farm
me
work,
tell you something.
cultivation work, like growing weed. Yeah, no, bro, like growing weed or something like that, bro. Yeah, bro. Hey, yeah, bro. Put you in a facility, bro. You gonna have some type of structure.
Oh, you hear what he said,
bro,
right?
No, bro. Come on now, bro. If you got a grow house, you will be, or a grow room like what Reese be doing. Yeah, bro. You straightforward. You got them clean up enough shoes on, bro. That means you might be able to keep some things in order. You might be on top of inventory.
So you notice, right? Everyone pay attention. Pay close attention to what's being said here.
Just saying, bro, I wouldn't doubt your work. I want to see what your work ethic is. If you good at, you know what I'm saying, strong and sturdy, and you want to lift up some bags of soil and stuff like that, hey, it's cool with that too. You're gonna turn your boots up, but you know what I mean? I'm just saying, just by looking at a person like that with them type of shoes on, bro, it's different from looking at somebody who got a onesie pajama suit on coming up there to an interview.
So that's if I walked in there with $300 Timberland boots and pajama pants on for your interview, where am I going?
I'm gonna look at you like you crazy. The shoes I ain't gonna trip on. I'm gonna look at the pajama pants and be like, what's going on?
There you go.
They also allow that in the school too. The chicks
like, what's going on with the pajama pants? Like,
so we've gone. Go ahead, Kai. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no! I was just saying they allow that in the school too. I see it every day. It's disgusting. The females, not the males. The females can rock pajamas, slippers every day. Weird as hell. That was it.
So we've gone far off from what the original topic was. Are black men allowed to evolve? Because no, they're not. And I took the gloves off and I said, if you get away from the Democrat Party and you get away from following the woman, you're not allowed to evolve. Now, somebody show me the black male that's been allowed to evolve and have still been accepted by the Democrat Party.
Well, once they leave the Democrat Party, they won't be accepted because they're evolving.
But why is it that a black man? Why is it that a black man can't evolve in the Democrat Party?
Because, like you just said, they don't want them to. So that's why they go outside of it to evolve.
Sir, you can't leave the plantation.
I understand. But you got to do better for yourself, brother. You can't keep on slaving.
Oh, yeah. But Russell was completely right when he said those are the people you don't want in your life anyway.
Yeah.
But most people aren't that strong.
That's the whole point.
How many people do you know have just left their home, traveled thousands of miles to start a new life somewhere else? There's not that many anymore.
No.
Yeah, I tried twice.
It's some people that ain't done it. It's a lot that ain't done it. So I get what you're saying.
Like, how many people, listen, how many people can do it and how many people have support? Right? Think about it. Let's think about support systems for black men, because we done got all the way off. Let's think about support systems for black men that say, hey, you know what, man? I don't agree with you guys, but we're all still family. Where is that?
It's gone.
Crickets.
So let me ask you a question. Was it ever here? Because I never seen it. So
it was
it ever here?
There was a time. There was a time where if family if there was a time when family didn't know who you were, but they knew that you were family. So say I'm from the South, right? Say you from up north. Say I know who you are, but now your brother has a kid. If your kid comes to the South where I'm at, because we're family, I'm gonna take care of him. Never met him before. Gonna take care of him because the extension of family. You can't get that now.
It's very hard to.
And watch this. Watch this. OG. If you had a nephew that came to North Carolina and I was the only person you knew and you say, yo, Black Thoughts, just look out for my nephew. I don't want you to give him anything, right? You say, yo, I got him. I give him everything. Would you feel comfortable doing that? Just say, yo, just make sure that the kid's not like, getting hurt or anything. Would you feel comfortable doing that?
No, I wouldn't.
Okay. I got no problem.
I mean, there was a time with family. Hey, I'm not really feeling like my kid is safe up here. I want them to get the kind of education that you had, OG. I'm gonna send my kid to you so they can go to the school that you went to. And there were people who be like, absolutely, I'm gonna take care of your kid while they're here.
Okay, yeah, I get
They'll
it
see
by
you in
that
the
point.
summer.
I get it by that point, but I'm not gonna. That type of help right there, bro. That's family. That's something. But asking somebody,
Family
bro,
don't do that
who's
now.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I see where you're going with that. I mean, because like I look
see
at it like,
Reza's
bro.
point, and maybe I worded it wrong because I see Reza's point, the way he's saying, right? And I get
Yeah,
why
I get it.
wouldn't say Black Thoughts because listen, we don't know each other, right? But ultimately, well, you know what? I'm from a different time, so
No, bro. I'm just saying, bro. With me personally, bro, if it came down to it, bro, my nephew was way over there, bro, and I'd be like, bro, we'll have to have a deep conversation, bro. Like, if you really want to be out there, whatever you pursue. No, I ain't talking about like that, Playboy. I'm just keeping it straightforward, man. I'm straightforward with my nephews, bro. You better come here. If you want to get this tutelage and knowledge, you better come to Oklahoma. Now, if you want to stay up there and do your thing and be player and do all, hey, look here, this is what you can do, but don't put your hand out. Because you should come down here and you can get that support and all that there. I'm not that type of person, bro. I'm different.
Here's the point that I was making, right? The point that I was making is that even if you and I don't know each other, you'd be like, well, you know what? I see Black Thoughts. He want black men to go certain ways. So if you insist on being there, you might want to just talk to that guy, make sure things are right because I know that guy. That's all I was saying, but it wasn't
yeah. I get what you're saying.
It wasn't no big thing. But I get what Reza was saying, as far as like, yeah, if you said in the family, it used to be that way. Yeah, it's not that way anymore. It's dead. It's dead. Like that. And it's sad because it shouldn't be dead like that among black people. But it is.
Kids used to be respectful too. We've been in that situation.
Absolutely.
I mean, kids used to be. You could do that situation, and the kid would act right. You know what I mean? Like they would be thankful for the opportunity, and they were going to a better school, whatever the case may be. But now, if the kid's acting crazy, and the parents want to send them to somebody else's house, they're probably acting crazy, and they're going to be even worse somewhere else. We were asked to do that, and we said, hell no. And it was family because the kid was acting completely out the frame for his own mama. So what do you think now? Of course, she wants to send him here because she knows that his uncle will whoop his ass up, down, sideways. But
it's too late.
But do we want to? No.
Yeah.
No, you shouldn't have to. Yeah.
Well, that was my next thing.
Yeah.
He's got a daddy. She just would rather send him to his uncle than to his own father.
Yeah.
Who actually ended up that she sent him to his father, and he did phenomenal. It was her influence and what she keeps around that destroyed that kid along with
Yep.
his 89 other brothers and sisters.
89.
Well, it feels like
Yeah, and
89.
the case,
There's like 9. But
and also the case was right. The only reason I'm sending you to your uncle is just because your father is not able to be around. It's
Yeah.
not because they can't control you.
yeah,
It's just because like he's not
better
able to,
opportunities. Like,
and this is your best opportunity.
yeah,
And so you have an uncle that's gonna make sure that
that
you
you're
get
okay.
opportunities.
Right.
Right.
Well,
That's no more.
also, she doesn't want to break the shit talking she's been doing to the boy about the kid's father for years.
Yep. Yep.
She doesn't want that kid to realize that he's been lied to.
I mean, there's a big difference. You call me, like I have boys, and at the time I had 2 home, and I don't want that influence around. I don't want to deal with, our household runs very smoothly, and I don't want to introduce fuckery into my household because it's going to make us all pissed off.
You don't want to throw a grenade into it.
No, that's exactly what but on the flip side of that, if I got a phone call, and I'll use Black Thoughts as an example because it just makes sense to me. If he called me and said, hey, listen, he wouldn't even have to explain much, but I would know because of his personality and because of who he is. If he was saying these things, I wouldn't need much explanation. I would know that there was a deal that it needed to be. And I know as a proud dad and a family person and all that, something's up. Yep. Come on. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it when you get here, because it's different. It just depends on the person. It depends on the people in this situation.
Yeah.
Maybe like back in the day, I don't think it did. I think it was just blood and bond type of thing, but now you have to protect yours. And I know that there are certain people that would never ask you unless it was like a dire thing. And that's the people that you're like, yep, I don't even care the explanation. Come on. And that would be it. But
Well, that
just anyone?
you know,
No.
and everything, listen, everything's upside down. That's the problem, right?
It is.
It's like everyone's just kind of passing the buck, right? Everyone's
Yes.
kind of just letting everyone's just kind of letting everything go. And then when they don't want to deal with it anymore, then it's like, hey, who can I call to deal with it? And I think that's the problem. Whereas back then it was like, hey, my kid had the best opportunity to go to Stanford.
Right.
And you guys were 3 miles away from
Oh
Stanford.
yeah, exactly.
And it's like,
And
hey,
yeah,
I'm sending my kid to Stanford, just kind of make sure that they're
Yes. Yep. They're okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was it. Like
That's
it's not,
different.
yeah, that was it. But
Like
it's
we're
different.
down here. Any of us, somebody called, hey, listen, so and so got accepted to FSU. I just wanted to let you know that. Is it cool? Give the kid the number, all that. Hey, can you just parent to parent? Can you look out? There doesn't need to be any more words. Yep, you got it. Weekend, they need to get away from. I'm not a huge fan of the dorms, but they need to get out and go get some rest and just chill. Rest their mind with somewhere they're safe. They eat, they sleep, they swim in the pool, whatever the case may be. That to me, that's normal. Can you look out? Yep, you got it.
Yeah, that's
But-
not normal anymore.
Yeah, I know. In my mind,
And
it's normal, but
But the problem is that's not normal anymore.
I know.
Right? That Your mic.
It's interesting because when our middle kid was in Coronado, out in San Diego for training, it fell over Thanksgiving. And I had mentioned to a friend of ours, who's been a friend of ours for a really long time, and her husband was a commander and stuff, all that. We were talking about it, and I'm like, oh man, he's there for Thanksgiving. It's not a lot of people there because it's out Coronado, so a lot of people are already gone. Do you know that the military community, we've been a part of it for a long time, but it's not like he's active duty, my husband's active duty anymore. A call out went out, and I didn't even know about it. My son, who didn't know these people, had 20-something families offering to come pick him up and bring him to their home with their families for Thanksgiving dinner. That's the kind of shit right there that we're used to. And there was no obligation. There was no me. I didn't even ask. It was just a conversation, and it was instant, and it went out. And it was just local families that were all either retired or still active duty or whatever the case. And even when my husband was active duty, his soldiers would come, the single soldiers would all be at our house every holiday because you take care of the younger ones. That's just what we know. So it's an odd world. We both grew up in the military too. So it's an odd world now, with people that are just so far opposite, so polar opposite of that.
But do you know what? It's not like that anymore. That
I know.
Honestly, that world is almost dead, right? And here's the problem, right? You could offer to say, right? You could offer to say, hey, your cousin come here. And as soon as the cousin goes and fucks up, they're gonna say, you was right there, you didn't do anything.
Yep.
Right? Like it's a very strange world because and see, me and my family, that's how we live, right? If my cousin called me the day she was in North Carolina and said, hey, I'm here, blah, blah, blah. And guess what? 2 hours later, I was right down there.
Yeah.
Right? I was right down there because we're here.
Yeah.
It's like that anymore. And that's
weird.
I thought your ass said 11:30, nigga.
Listen, I'm about to cut it right now. Don't you worry. It's getting cut right now because I want to take my black ass to bed. Like my wife, like, yo, you ready for your bowl of food yet? Like she's trying to feed me rabbit food. I ain't gonna lie, low key, I'm trying to avoid it. Like
she's like, are you ready for your lettuce?
Yeah, you got some kale special.
She's laughing.
I'm saying, like, I'm trying to avoid it, like low key.
You're like, where's the stuffed peppers though?
You know, lettuce tomato sandwich.
But that's the way it is, right? Like it's like that. When I come to New York, right? Like nobody questions anything. It's like, yo, I'm here, we good. But again, it's different time. But I don't know.
I guess the bottom line, honestly, is what we've done. You have to find your people in the crazy,
and that's it.
In the chaos and the crazy. We have to find our people, and when we do, it's cool, and we keep our circle tight. And we know that if anybody, like, it doesn't need to be set. If any of us need anything, it's cool.
Now I don't like that nigga Black Stars. He mean.
He's mean.
Hell yeah.
Man, you listen to this guy. Let me tell you something. Yo, my man from upstate, my homie from upstate, right? He called me, he'd be like, yo, I'm coming from, I'm gonna be here tomorrow. I'm in New York. What we doing? And we would just do our thing. But listen, I know Tom.
See, that's my people.
I know Tom just talking shit.
You're never full of shit. You're always full of shit. What are you talking about?
That's true. I've been pushing it out today.
He's matchy today. You should see him. He had his blue hoodie on that says the porch session on the front. He had a hat that he made to match it, and his Hey Dudes match.
Well, I mean, a guy that buys that many Hey Dudes, he's clearly matching. Like, I mean, that's like common knowledge.
Well, at some point, they're gonna have to be forced to do something for him, because pretty soon they're not gonna have any left that he doesn't have.
That's true.
They're gonna have to keep.
Well,
up
He's
with
going to
more.
go into major depression if Hey Dudes ever goes out of business.
No, they won't, because they were bought by Crocs.
Okay.
Here's the problem. All he has to do, I'm going to tell Tom what to do if he wants Hey Dudes to endorse him. Now, I don't know if he wants to do it. But I can tell him what he wants to do.
Act like a tranny.
That's all he's got to do. Just twitch a little bit.
Yep.
Get rid of all of this. Get rid of
Stop it.
all this straight.
He's doing the
black-
booty. He's doing the booty dance. You just can't see him.
And guess what? He'll listen. Hey Dudes would be
He'll be
propping
all
him
over
up,
it.
Well,
and
he
he'll be
needs to make
fine.
his own brand called Yo
Saucy Santana.
Motherfuckers.
I told him earlier that he should rebrand him to something like That Dude or Porch Kicks or something. I don't know.
And hold on. And you might even be able to get away with it with straight black males that are propping up single mothers.
That's awful.
But if you're like including white males and then families
Yeah.
and
Yep.
fathers and all of that, you're finished, sir. You're done. Like, don't prop up black males that got fathers. You're out of here.
Oh yeah, that won't be a thing.
Like, you're done.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're finished.
Oh, that color's terrible.
Yeah, they come up there.
But yeah. All right. Well, I'm ending this because I got to take my old ass. I'm an old man.
You can
Uh,
tell. It was
thanks
nice
for coming. It got a little derailed, but it was what it was. I think
That
it
was a
was
good conversation.
conversation. And yeah, black men are not allowed to evolve. And anyone that is going to come up and change my mind, please do. But as far as tonight, no one was able to change my mind. OG proved everything that I thought happens to black males. You have to stay within a box.
You leave OG alone.
Ain't nobody worried about black thoughts.
Very
You just say what you want to say.
Listen. OG didn't get a girl, baby. You know how it go. You know what I mean? But outside of that, thank you for everyone coming. Thank you, OG, for your opposition. It was great. I got no problem with it. Reza, thank you. Kai, thank you. Mayo. I want to say thank you, Tom, but he was hiding behind the camera, so you know what? I gotta leave him out of this one.
He's
Thank
right
you.
here.
Nah. He don't get no love on that one, Kai. And he was talking behind the mic.
Yeah, only 60. That's
You
why
know, it's hard. It's hard for old jigaboos to change their mind and think and broaden their horizons. You know, they still stuck and think everybody's still stuck in their box. So you know.
Yeah, that's
It
right.
is,
I'm
it
in the
is.
box, baby. I'm in the
Yes,
box.
yeah, you need to come on. Hey, get out of there with them. Get out of there with the black queens. Come on out here with us, sir. 'Cause that's who in that box. Them black queens. They in that
At
box.
that
Sir.
point,
Come on out.
you know
Come
what?
on out here and involve with us, sir.
That's a great ending. That's a great ending to this stream if everyone heard what he just said. So, everyone, have a good night. Thanks for coming. And OG said it best. Go out there with those black queens like himself. He said it, not me.
He's a black queen.
No, you know what I said.